Welcome to Superchat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is somebody who's been a dear friend to us for years. Kathy Paena is going to bring us a look at Hawaii, mostly with outdoor content and a lot of spiritual inspiration to go along with it. I'm just going to grab one of the latest videos that they've got here, put that into a special playlist I use to keep caught up or get caught up with creators. When we dig through some of the thumbnails here, it gives us an idea of the things we're going to see and the beautiful outdoor views that Kathy Payne is going to share with us. She's got some shorts on this channel as well that have gotten into 1,300 views and beyond. And then this creator's here with us frequently, and like I said, they've been a friend for many years. They're at 640 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 700 that we know that Kathy Payne will be thinking about. And welcome everyone, and thank you for coming in. I got quite a few names on our wheel already. A little bit of action in the chat there as well, where Positive Crash Outs Vlogs and Interceptor01, which we have known a long time as the Gaming Ham, both drop Super Chats. So we're going to look at those channels next. We always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. Then we'll get back to spinning the wheel like we usually do. And over the course of the stream, I will occasionally add names from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. My dear friend, Mr. Fulton Mraz, he's been with me 6 years now, since before this channel was even a thought, and he's got a birthday coming up, a brand new music video for us to check out. Butler Family Farm is in the house. Canadian Family Life is dropping a super chat. Thank you for that, my dear friend Tiffany. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. We'll look at that channel right after Interceptor01. Let me get Positive Crash Outs Vlogs ready to go. We've got quite a few names on the wheel already. Scratch and Pete PA, of course, is in the pole position as always, and then Just Jason Keto is always early in the door. Yellow Shirt Dad is also here as a beloved and dedicated member, and Carnivore Jerry in the middle of a forest. I'm going to be happy to talk about your channel because I noticed something in the first video that I watched. PK Adventure Travels and Blessed to Crochet, who has a brand new channel, are both here. Butler Family Farm is also in the house, and Michael's Adventures, our beloved and dedicated moderator, is also here with us right now. I know Crazy Crafter Adventures and Sean the Great Gamer are both here. And then I don't want to miss anybody in the chat. As long as everybody still is active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. Dave Collier Camping, good to see you in the house. He's Dave Collier Camping. I've said that a million times. And Missouri Outlaw Randy is back in the house. I got to get them on the wheel. They happen to be a member. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, and we'll get moving here. So Positive Crash Outs Vlogs is coming up first.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like.
Just Janice Journeys is in the house. The Gen X Effect is here as well. Forgive me for the lack of quality in my camera today. Again, it's like sweltering hot and humid like you wouldn't believe. And we do have a small air conditioner, but it doesn't quite reach into where I am very well. So I'd rather just keep the lights off, if you know what I mean, even though I've got a light on. So I'll turn that off in a few minutes. Positive Crash Outs Vlogs is up on the screen. This is a channel I'm still getting to know, and they are letting us know they're going to spread good energy, empowering quotes, a lot of feel-good moments, and it's great to see somebody using their powers for good as opposed to evil. I'm always happy about positivity, inspiration, and motivation. So Positive Crash Outs Vlogs has been putting up a few videos that are quite short here. When we connect with creators, we want to be connecting with videos over 3 minutes, but they've got a few here. As you can see, I've already been through some of those. I'm just going to take the latest video and put that into my special catch-up list for the sake of watching another piece of content here. They got some shorts going as well that are getting close to 1,000 views. One over 1,200, another over 1,100, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel also, where we see that looks like they're chasing some watch hours here, where they've got some live looping live streams, if I'm not mistaken. So hopefully everybody will connect with Positive Crash Outs Vlogs. They got 300 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 400 we know they're going to be thinking about. Jose Lopez 94, good to see you in the house. Never late. We actually just started. We're going to be here for another 2.5 hours at least. Makeup Mom and Son, my beloved dear friend Michelle, is a moderator and a member here. I've got them on the wheel. 99 Midnight Gamer YT is here. And again, I know I say it a million times. Hopefully I'm not missing anyone. Positive Crash Outs Vlogs has dropped Super Chats before, so I really do appreciate that. They did the same thing again today. We always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen right away. So Interceptor 01 is coming up, but thank you both for that extra generous support today.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
And Vintage Style by Joe is in the house. The Bud Files has been added to the wheel. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And yes, Mr. Fulton Mraz reminding us July 4th is right around the corner. Now, I'm in Canada. We're going to celebrate Canada Day on Tuesday. And it just turns out by coincidence, I don't remember whether we've done this before, but we're going to do a Tuber Chat stream on Canada Day and again on Independence Day. So those will be interesting. And actually, I have to go and adjust the thumbnails because I didn't realize that I set them up that way when I first put them up there. But we'll color Canada's with red and white. We'll color our American friends with red, white, and blue on those special days. Katie's Kitchen, good to see you in the house. Home by Design with Marilyn is also here. And I think it was Kristen Walton who told me that we were doing it on Canada Day and Independence Day, and I had not realized it. And Home by Design with Marilyn is coming onto the wheel with Katie's Kitchen. And again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. The Confident Quilter, Gladys L. Paul, good to see you here. And when we look at Interceptor 01, we know that this creator has been known as the Gaming Ham. They've changed up their name a few times. They've done some 3D printing on top of their video gameplay, and they give us a chance to get to know them with videos featuring the creator themselves, including shorts that they've got on the channel, getting into 400 and almost 500 views, and then live streams over here is where we're going to find that video gameplay more than anything. Master Chief, I wonder if anybody here remembers Arby and the Chief cartoon that they used to make out of the Halo gameplay on YouTube. My son and I used to watch this, getting on like 15 years ago, which is hard to believe. That's back when I used to not watch YouTube except for whatever my son forced me to watch. And we fell in love with this ridiculous cartoon that really was a lot of nonsense, but funny at the same time. And then hopefully I'm not missing anyone. Again, I know I say it a million times. Crazy Crafter Adventure still here. And then Interceptor 01 has been a long time dear friend. They dropped 2 different Super Chats today, as a matter of fact. So hopefully everybody will connect with them, get some of that love coming back to yourself. They're also over 300 subscribers, so we'd love to push them towards 400 as well. Anfield Road Layout in the Loft, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And Canadian Family Life is coming up now for the same reason. So thank you one more time. Positive Crash Outs, Vlogs, Interceptor 01, and Canadian Family Life for these super chats to get us started today.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
Magic of Healing Jimena is in the house as well. They're also a brand new member, so I've put them on the wheel. And when we look at Canadian Family Life, we see a beloved and dedicated moderator as well as a long-standing member. She's been with us just barely over 2 years, but she's been a member and a moderator a lot of that time. Canadian Family Life is one of the fastest channels that we saw growing in the Tuber Chat family over the last 5 years, because they got their first 3,000 in barely over a year, which is fantastic. And I'm convinced the biggest reason why is because Canadian Family Life is out supporting so many creators all the time. I run into them constantly when I am bouncing in between premieres and live streams myself as well. And I've seen Canadian Family Life. I recognized her very easily because she's been featured on so many other channels, literally dozens of channels, if not more, in StreamYard panels. And you catch that on a lot of other people's channels in their thumbnails and things like that. Canadian Family Life is going to bring us food bank grocery hauls, cooking videos, sometimes even challenges between husband and wife. Her husband, Chris, has a separate channel called Chris's Creation Fun, but I'll leave it to you to find that if you'd like to. He does some do-it-yourself videos, works on solar equipment, does some 3D printing. And the whole family is hopping in and out on Canadian Family Life from New Brunswick here. I ran this video, but I have not seen it yet. How to make smashed tacos. It's still on my catch-up list, so I might go back and have a look at that. Because for some reason, I feel like I should know what that is, and I can't remember what on earth that means. Smashed tacos? Not to mention, Kristen, apparently, inspired Canadian Family Life to make some homemade pretzels, because Kristen did that here a couple of weeks ago. And then this video must have inspired her to go and make pretzel buns over the course of the weekend. We had hamburgers yesterday, and those buns were out of control. I know Walmart sells, at least in Canada, some pretzel buns, and they're my new thing. I was into brioche buns for a while there, but I tend to go in phases, and so for me, pretzel buns are all the rage now. But that was fantastic, and they came out perfectly. Are you locked in? Good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. They and the Source are sending lots of friends over here over the last couple months. I appreciate that. Canadian Family Life on the screen is also going to bring us some Happy Mail videos, a lot of vlogging, which they started around the Christmas season. And like I said, Tiffany's been featured on lots of other channels, so you'll see her in live streams, including occasional ones on this channel. Now, Shorts over here featuring a lot of outdoor content, a mix of everything really, but some of the outdoor content has done well. 2,500, 2,800, 3,200 now on one that I think is still growing, and 5,600 on one of these, which is great to see. And then live streams as well. Like I said, she does these occasionally. Once in a while, somebody like I Am Betty J Gathers might do an interview. They'll multi-stream it out to their channels. Lots of people are doing that as well. And Tiffany's one of those creators who can basically go live anytime she wants. She'll have a flood of support coming into the chat because of all the support she gives to others. Fairbrick Studio, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And then thank you, Jose Lopez 94. I will always appreciate any shares and any friends that are sent over. And then the Gen X Effect. We don't do link drops here very often at all. One of the reasons why is because the channels that are hardest to find are the ones that need our help the most. So we search, find, and click on everybody's channels. I'm going to spin the wheel now and you'll see exactly what I mean. I'm going to get the next channel, and over the course of this stream, every channel I put on the screen is going to be searched, unless even I can't find them. And I tend to be fairly patient when it comes to that. So Magic of Healing Jimena is one of our brand newest members. They were just here once before, and we're going to have a second look at their channel right now.
If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention TuberChat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around.
And then John H. Shelton, The Vlogging Life, is a longtime dear friend as well. He's been with us pretty much from the beginning from the UK. And yeah, Katie's Kitchen, TubeBuddy is my #1 tool for sure. Lately I've been using a lot more ChatGPT, but when it comes to the traditional tools, TubeBuddy is the one I've always relied on, especially when it comes to title ideas or tags in specific. And then hashtags are a different thing, but Twitter is literally trying to get rid of those things for like the whole internet now. So I'm sure that will become a trend soon enough. We'll see the disappearance of hashtags. And then ChatGPT can be used to write keyword-rich descriptions is the way I describe it. Pardon me just for a second here. Just pardon me for a second there. I just went into a coughing fit for no reason. And then, yes, Katie's Kitchen, when you can get that deal that gives you, I forget if it's half price or something like that. And of course, I have an affiliate link in the bottom of all the descriptions, but I actually do use it. I've showed it many times here on the screen. Magic of Healing, Jimena. I'd like to say I watched this video, but actually it was running in another window while I was working on the computer today. But I noticed that they were referencing Are You Locked In, which is the creator who just came in a few minutes ago that I mentioned, has been sending friends over here. So I hope everybody will connect with both Magic of Healing, Jimena, and Are You Locked In. I see a few more people coming in. Steph sells stuff by the seashore. Good to see you here. Philip Lemon, good to have you back in the house. And Tales Told in the Dark, that's Cassie from Oracles and Beyond. Fairbrick Studio, I think I said hello to. Hopefully I'm not missing anyone. Now, Magic of Healing Jimena is somebody I've got to learn, or pardon me, I've got to get to know. This is a brand new channel in the TuberChat family. They've just been up on the screen once before. But they let us know, here we explore candle magic, tarot, energy work, and grounding practices so that we can reconnect with ourselves and find balance. And you can read more about that on their About section. They're working on 1,100 subscribers right now, and it looks like they're going to have it any time. And they're already monetized, which is great to see as well. I'm going to grab the latest video that they've got. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. It's, pardon me, perfect to connect with. They've got several here. Just over 3 minutes, which is exactly what we're looking for. Lots of shorts on this channel as well, mostly featuring the creator herself, and then when we look at the views on these, one of them's got 1,600, which is great to see, and then live streams as well. And they seem to be live very frequently, several times a week, or at least a couple of times. And hopefully everybody will connect with Magic of Healing Jimena, and we'll all probably be looking forward to getting to know this channel. Crazy Crafter Adventure still in the house, and let's think about spinning the wheel again.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into TuberChat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
Ryan's got to be happy about this. Ryan and Mel from PK Adventure Travels. That's the first time they've been picked by the wheel in the first half hour for as long as I can remember. Wilma to you one, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. They've got a few shorts that they've been putting out or in the process of putting out, which is great to hear. And then PK Adventure Travels up on the screen is a couple of travel agents, actually. And they're going to bring us on cruises. They're going to take us to exotic destinations. And they have an RV camper that they take with them to go different places like Disney last week. They give us a full tour of that RV, some of the customizations they make to make things a little more comfortable. Ryan has a travel news section here in his videos. I meant to say series as opposed to section, but I enjoy watching these because what he's giving us are individual stories, either about things that have happened or could happen, and I think almost all of them are relevant to anyone who's going to travel. Really interesting ideas that he's come up with that we probably wouldn't have thought of, and interesting stories either way, but he keeps those videos fairly short, usually under 5 minutes. Ryan and Mel, right away, I was taken away with their channel because they do such a thorough job when it comes to the idea of ship tours and talking about their travel and different destinations. It really is all meat and potatoes in their videos, but some of them can go as long as 25 minutes, and it's all activity, beautiful views, and it's always very exciting. I see they got a few things coming up. So they got a premiere coming up, and that is... next month, another week from now or so. And then they've got one coming up today, is that right? Shortly after Tuber Chat. Today, Michael's Adventures will have a premiere for us after Tuber Chat in another 2.5 hours or so. And then Jose Lopez going to Mexico. That'll be good. Hopefully you'll get some filming done there if you can. We're always happy to see travel. It's a huge category and genre, always. Then shorts on PK Adventure Travels here have gotten into 11,000 and 12,000 views. Most of what they're doing here is in line with the rest of their long-form content, and then they've got live streams. They're on every week on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. Lucia and Glenn are going to join them next couple weeks from now. And... Celebration Key. I wondered what this is. I just saw something come up because we've got so many travel channels now as an group inside the Tuber Chat family, if that's the right way of saying that. What I find both on Tuber Chat when I'm on YouTube or even my personal channel is I get a lot of things suggested, and I was just suggested Celebration Key for a couple of things which I have not yet watched, but that'll be interesting to know about. So hopefully everybody will connect with PK Adventure Travels. And an Aqua Tour, they're calling it, that they've got later tonight. So we'll look forward to that. Fresh content on that channel. There's I Am Betty J. Gathers right there. We talked about her for a brief second earlier. And it's time for us to spin the wheel again. I didn't realize Interceptor 01, which is the gaming cam, actually took over our Stream Boss position. That's that video game life meter under my camera there. Every Super Chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of the Stream Boss, and the last person to knock it out and take over gets some extra exposure for their channel. So they've held that position before. I'm sure they'll have it for a while. Take Two drum covers. Good to see you here. Let's spin the wheel and we'll see who's coming up next. What we'll do, though, right now is take a break for 3.5 minutes. And right before we do that, I'm going to play a clip from our interview series. These are videos now that are featured on the Tuber Chat channel. They're both in a playlist and listed as a podcast. Extremely informative. The conversations go anywhere from an hour to 2 hours long. We call it an interview, but it's really a friendly conversation because the creators that were featured have been friends of ours literally for years. They've been with us almost from the beginning, and they're still going through the same things we are. The only exception is that they've all long passed their 10,000 subscribers. What do you think led up to that explosion for your channel?
Well, at first the channel was very slow to start, and then it was around the time I met you.
Yeah.
You know, your channel, it started growing a little bit, and then we got to January of last year. We only had we hit 1,000 subs, okay. And then it was really going slow. In between January to September of 24, we only gained 300 subs.
Oh wow! Yeah.
You know, so it was really slow, but we managed to get our watch hours, so we managed to get monetized, things like that. And we were getting ready to go to do our supply runs for the winter time, and I said, well, I think I'm just going to film this. You know, we've never done a shopping thing or anything like that, and I checked it out online, and it showed favorability of doing well.
That's good.
We did it. only thing I didn't really do is I didn't film a whole lot in the store, and I kind of regret that because I had a lot of people asking about that. They wanted to see
Oh, I see.
the prices, and honestly, I think what it was is people really curious what it's like to live here and have to shop here, and I think that's what brought everybody in, and it
Right.
exposed us to a lot of other people that are like-minded on living this way or wanting to be curious to be how we live, as well as
Mhm.
the group that just are into shopping. And I guess there's a huge following of people that do shopping videos. And
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. I'm not surprised now that you mention it that way. Yes.
yeah, so I think a combination of it being a shopping video and us being rather unique on where and how we get home. You
Yeah.
know, 'cause
Absolutely. Yes.
a lot of the comments on that video were about the train.
Oh.
Was that a bus I just saw on the tracks? Was that a truck on the tracks? Was that a tractor? Stuff like that. And it's like, yeah.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
I think it was a combination of the shopping and where we're at.
Yeah. Yeah. I looked off to the side there because I got your channel up on another screen in case I want to reference something. I was about to say the video got 1 million views, but no, you're clearly well beyond 2 million now. All right, we're just about back. And pardon me for 1 second here, I'm clicking the wrong things. We're just about back. We're going to look at Katie's Kitchen. So I know we've got a couple new channels in the chat, and a lot of people who are fairly new, only having been here once or twice before. So the best success is always found in making the first move, reaching out to other creators, supporting them with all the things we wish they would do for us, knowing that they will turn around and do the same thing for us afterwards. Our instructions are always in our video description. Makeup Mom and Son is dropping a couple of super chats there. That's her son's channel as well. Caden Plays It. We'll look at both of those in a moment. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. And then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in a moment. Henry Leslie Vermont is also here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And I did... You're making me laugh. Butler Family Farm, my dear goodness. Butler Family Farm is going to come up as well right after Kaden Plays It. Everybody's BFF. One of the things we want to think about too is that I clean out the wheel once in a while because it can get really, really full. We're usually here for 3 hours. That's a long time. And I know not everybody can stay the whole time that we're here. I certainly don't expect it from anybody at all. I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. But just in the spirit of trying to get to some channels that have been waiting a long time that we might not have otherwise gotten to see, I will occasionally take names off of the wheel, but members, moderators, will always be added again as soon as I see them in the chat. So sometimes I can think you might not have been here for 20 minutes or half an hour, but I miss a lot that goes on in the chat, but I'll put you right back on. And what that does is it allows us to add more names to the wheel from our chat list. So essentially, you do not have to super chat. You do not have to be a member to get onto the wheel or the screen. It could just be a very long wait. The fairest way we've found to do it over the last 5 years is to make sure that those who are most engaged in true conversation with other creators over the course of the stream, that's basically the secret to getting onto the wheel of the screen faster than anybody else. And we'll get to as many channels as we can in the next 2 and almost a half hours, if that makes any sense. And then Katie's Kitchen up on the screen right now. There's another longtime friend. Now there's several channels out there with the name Katie's Kitchen. Ours is named Katie's in the Kitchen by her handle. She should be pretty easy to find. Most creators come up #1 for their name around the world by the time they get to around 800 subscribers, I find, even if they have really popular names like this. That's not set in stone, just something I've observed. But again, searching, finding, and clicking on each other's names is really what helps. What we can do is we can search for Katie's Kitchen. We see that the search results are going to give us all kinds of stuff. Yours will be different than mine, of course. But I'll click on channel in my filters. You can do that on a phone or a computer. And within a few search results now, Katie's Kitchen comes up. We get that colorful sunflower looking avatar. So hopefully everybody will connect with her. We'd love to push her towards the 500 subscribers we know she's thinking about. She does food bank grocery hauls and a lot of cooking videos, including my favorite appliance, the crock pot there, has been brought out. Shorts over here have gotten into 6,700 and 8,300 views on a couple of these, and then live streams on the channel as well with a little bit of video gameplay and mixing up some popular titles there. So Katie's Kitchen is another longtime dear friend, having been with us for literally years by now. Hopefully everybody will connect with them and get some of that support coming back to you also. And then while we went on that break, Makeup Mom and Son dropped a couple of super chats, so we're going to look at a couple of channels for her and her son.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like.
Makeup Mom and Son is a beloved and dedicated moderator and member. I'll talk about her content in a second here. Keto Simple's also dropping a super chat, and thank you for that. We did show your channel after the other day. It was Keto Simple's birthday, And we did end up showing the channel a little while after you'd gone out, just so you know. Ungame Thunder Dragon 3, good to see you in the house. And we've got a couple queued up right now. So Makeup Mom and Son actually dropped a couple super chats, but I try to remember to always show her son's channel afterwards as well. Butler Family Farm is going to come up in another moment also. So Makeup Mom and Son is a fitting name for the channel because she started with makeup and beauty more than anything else. Her son is featured in the channel on and off, along with a lot of other friends. She's introduced us to tons of people through StreamYard panels and a interview series that she's done. Now, what she does most often is unboxings, haul videos, product reviews, and taste test trials of different things, which are always interesting to me. I'm in Canada, so I don't get to see all the flavors of things that our American friends have, and she brings a lot of those to us. So I'm just going to grab the latest video, though. I'm going to have to see what on earth that is. And Makeup Mom and Son is always trying to find new ideas for her audience, whether it's makeup and beauty, whether it's snacks, whether it's something she's doing with her son, or a different type of product review. Makeup Mom and Son posts frequently. She's been at it still several times a week, or at least a couple times a week on average. And she's monetized lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. She's well over 4,000 subscribers now. She can have 4,100 anytime. When we look at shorts on this channel, you get an idea of some of the elaborate looks she gets into when it comes to things like Halloween, for instance. She really gets involved in things like that, and series of videos also, like Halloween. A lot of creators will do Vlogtober, for instance, or Vlogmas over the month of December, and she gets involved in those types of things as well. Some of her shorts now have gotten into 37,000, 68,000 views on a couple of these, and then live streams on the channel as well. She's done lots of different live streams, either featuring herself and her son Caden, or a lot of interviews. There's Danielle and James, there's the How-To Lady, lots of familiar faces here. I was honored to have been a part of that as well. You can dig for that on that channel. And I've joined her many times on her channel and others as well for StreamYard panels where we just have hung out in the past and things like that. Now, Makeup Mom and Son also dropped a second super chat, and I really do appreciate that extra generous support, but this is for her son's channel, Caden Plays It. And you can see Mom is helping Son with the channel here, but Caden has brought us product reviews as well, and some video gameplay. And if we dig through some of the thumbnails here, we get an idea of some of the things that are happening. Of course, pizza I'm always happy to see. And one of these shorts at 2,200, which is interesting. You know, we've got, that's a buzzard, but we've got these crows flying around our apartment, or hanging around the garbage cans and stuff like that out in the parking lot. And now I don't know if there's more than two, and boy, are they loud and scary looking. They're humongous. I didn't know crows could be that loud. I think they're crows anyway. You guys could tell me if you think I'm wrong about that. Caden Plays It has 65 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the first 100 that we know that they're thinking about. It's a important and exciting milestone in everybody's journey, of course, and thank you. Oh dear, it was missing a foot. Did you say that? Did I understand? Oh, it looked like it was missing a foot, unless I missed what you're saying there. And forgive me, because I read only half of what goes on in the chat. I miss everything, so I get everything out of context. But Makeup Mom and Son, thank you again for a couple of super chats. She's done that 1,000,000 times before. Whatever comes after 1,000,000, that's how many times she's done that. And then Butler Family Farm is coming up for the same reason.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
Affiliate Paradise Land is a longtime friend as well. She's going to help us understand different ways we can build streams of income monetizing our YouTube channels. And then, Butler Family Farm is up on the screen. Everybody's BFF. This is Jerry and Susan And Jerry has let us know a few months ago that he started pushing the channel through the YouTube promotion system really hard. And he shares information about that. He and some of his friends have done videos on it and things like that. But he's approaching 84,000 now, which is great to see. They're monetized, of course. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. I didn't know that you were doing a collaboration, another one like this. I thought that was a birdhouse for a second because I just watched a video the other day about birdhouses being made. I think it was from Paula and Jason. And then part of me, Are You Locked In, is dropping a super chat. Thank you for doing that as well. We're going to look at that channel, Brit Family Fun. I'm unsure if we've seen that channel before, but we will absolutely honor that super chat, and then we'll look at Are You Locked In right after. They've been sending lots of friends over here. Butler Family Farm up on the screen is Jerry and Susan, featuring 116 acres of farmland. They are bringing us cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, chickens, cats, and dogs, as well as bees. And then possibly koi in the future. They're working on that. We'll see if they're going to do that. Butler Family Farm as well is going to bring us a lot of outdoor content, but they do bring us into their home. Jerry brings us into the shop where he does a lot of elaborate woodworking. You have to see the kinds of things he makes because he's extremely talented. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 10,000 and 12,000 views. One at 53,000. Which I believe he pushed a little bit with that promotion system as well. And correct me if I'm wrong. And then live streams. Now, it's interesting here on Butler Family Farm. They're on every Monday at 6:45 Eastern. It could be Jerry and Susan, Jerry and Susan giving us a chance to get to know them, or they like to get involved in lots of meetups. They're always up for a meetup. Doesn't matter if it's large or small. They meet up with handfuls of creators. But when they go to these larger ones, they often live stream there as well. And then when they're not doing meetups and other types of live streams, they will do StreamYard panels where they introduce us to even more friends. There's a whole pile of friendly faces over there and familiar faces. So you'll always meet more friends when you're over here with Butler Family Farm, and they've got a lively stream always, meaning a vibrant chat. Always fast-paced, always high energy. So hopefully everybody will connect with Butler Family Farm. Thank you again, Makeup Mom and Son, Butler Family Farm, and we're going to look at Keto Simple because they all dropped super chats.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
I know a few more channels have come in. Patch the Retro Gamer is here. James Money 615 and Lenny the Lawyer Live is also in the house. Good to see you all here. Rainy Ridge is also in the chat, so I'm going to put them on the wheel right now because they happen to be a member. And I know I say it a million times, but we always put members on the wheel right away. And then we're still going to look at Brit Family Fun from Are You Locked In another moment. But Keto Simple did this the other day also. They dropped another super chat. It was their birthday the other day. And then when we look at this channel, it's one that I'm still getting to know, but obviously they're going to help us with healthy eating and healthy living. They're here to document their journey and help us figure it out when we think about these things. I'm going to take another video right now. I'm just going to take another one and put it into my catch-up list, just the second latest one you got here. I'm going to have a look at your shorts as well, shorts videos. And I know some people love the way we accidentally talk about those shorts, but we'll have a look at the shorts videos here. 18,000, 41,000, 141,000 views on one of these, which is interesting to see with Sugar-Free Cool Whip as well. Live streams are fairly frequent. They seem to be on a couple of times a week. I caught them the other day. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these again soon. And Keto Simple obviously is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, doing really well, working on 6,300 subscribers and monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I know I say that a million times as well. And thank you, Keto Simple, for another super chat. I certainly appreciate that again.
If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around.
And then Lenny the Lawyer Live is saying, can you post your website in a line after your video description? You certainly can. You can always link to anything you want, as long as it's within terms of service. But if you have a website, people will be looking for it. And how much AI can you use on YouTube without having to answer the question about AI? I believe that what they want is for us to answer the question, even if we've used only the smallest amount. And thank you for the super chat, by the way. Lenny the Lawyer Live's done that a million times before. I'm actually going to look for something for you right now. We're going to look at Lenny's channel after Are You Locked In another moment here. But let me see if I can find something to help us right this second. Let's go to the Tuberchat channel. And I told you, I say often, we've got videos now, that interview series that I talk about. So if I go over to the content page, there's the videos right there. And if I click on the latest one, it's already published, of course, but I'm going to look down into the description and we're going to see this box first, which reminds me of what we're talking about, paid promotion. If you have received a product that you're doing a review for, or if you're getting paid or going to get paid for doing that video, not from YouTube, but from a company or from an individual, then you have to click this box. And it's not a question of how much, you have to do it, right, is the idea. Here we go. Altered content. Do any of the following describe your content? Makes a real person appear to say or do something they didn't say or do. So that's an idea, and that may relate to voice, because it says appear to say. So we could probably take that out of context, but Lenny the Lawyer Live knows what it's like to stay within the rules when it comes to interpretation, let's just say, if that makes any sense. Alters footage of a real event or place. So like if you wanted to, I don't know, take the CN Tower in Toronto and turn it into a huge flagpole and put a big Canadian flag, you know, flying from it, make it look like that happened when it didn't. That would be an example, maybe. And generates a realistic looking scene that didn't actually occur. So there's your answers right there. So it's not necessarily a matter of percentage or how much of your content is or has AI included, if that makes sense. And forgive me, because I'm interpreting it as I speak, sort of, and trying to speak at the same time. But you just want to make sure you're answering these questions perfectly. Now, AI has nothing to do with a quick story I'm going to tell just for a moment. There's a channel that I watch on my personal channel outside of the Tuberchat family and everything, and it's just a crypto channel. It's just a guy. I think he does a great job. He does his own content. It really is him. He just puts charts on the screen and talks about them for 10 minutes, usually does a daily video. He lost his channel. It just disappeared. I reached out to him. He said it had no answer from YouTube as to why, and can't get it back. And now it's been a week. He's not getting it back, I'm pretty sure. So YouTube will not hesitate to delete videos, and especially to delete channels for any interpreted, if that makes any sense, violation of the guidelines or terms of service. And we have seen many channels lost, many of them, usually without a warning. So that's just an idea. I hope that was an answer, but that's where you look for the exact questions. And then Lenny the Lawyer Live is obviously an attorney, so he'll be meticulous when it comes to interpreting the language there. Fishhead Videos, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Bell's Whisper Farmstead, Kristen is here. Thanks for coming in also. Forgive me for anything I've missed in the chat. I know New Horizons Above and Beyond is in the house. I think I missed something you meant for me to see earlier. Poetic Tears is still hanging out. Thanks for being here. And Jody Genealogy is in the house. That's Marketplace Boutique. Jory's Game Bites is here, a longtime dear friend also. And when we look at Brit Family Fun, this is a channel that's gotten a bit of extra screen time today. Are You Locked In dropped a super chat again so that we would look at this channel, which means they must be a great supporter to them. Are You Locked In and The Source have both been sending lots of friends over here. Now, this is a brand new channel to us. I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take the latest video. I'm going to put that in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch that video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give a thumbs up, subscribe, and put the notification bell on. As I do for all creators, that should make our connection stick, and then hopefully they have our notification bell on as well and will connect with us. And I see they've got The Source on their channel right now, as a matter of fact, which is cool. So next up, let's look at Are You Locked In? And thank you for the super chat that gave us a chance to have a look at this channel. Usually I like to keep it to channels that are within the Superchat family. But I do honor these either way. And like I said, Are You Locked In and The Source have both been sending us lots of friends lately, and I appreciate that. I know they're talking about us all the time. Judgment Day Mike Harper, good to see you in the house. New Horizons Above and Beyond. Thank you, Scratch and PPA, for saving that. They set up their live stream made for kids or not made for kids. So I would almost always just not put it made for kids. What made for kids means is if the audience that you're trying to reach with your video is the same as what Sesame Street is trying to reach with their television show, then it's made for kids. Otherwise, it likely doesn't apply. And, you know, I'm not a lawyer, so I don't want to hear it. But you can read the terms of service and guidelines to make sure. And there's language included there, including an information link, I believe, that will let us know how to interpret that for ourselves as well. And then, yeah, I would almost always make it not made for kids. That was a very confusing thing that YouTube put in many years ago, and it has everybody terrified. And I think we've even got a channel in the Tuber Chat family where the whole channel's made for kids, where I don't know if that's what needs to be done or not. And it's limiting. You know that anything you're going to do that YouTube is asking you a question about is likely going to limit audience or how YouTube's going to push your channel out. Not necessarily numbers, but who it's going to push it to. So these are ideas. We really have to understand. Thank goodness we have a community like this where we can ask each other. And just for the sake of saying it, I don't want anybody to think that I'm trying to come across like I know everything, because I certainly am not trying to do that. I don't want to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do with their channel. The idea is for us to share information together here from our experiences and the things we've learned, add it to what we already know, and then we can make the best decisions for our videos and channels, myself included, because I always want to improve and things like that also, if that makes any sense. Tim Mitchell is in the house. I've got them on the wheel. Legal-minded friends Karen Cole and Hadgeways have both been added. We always put members on the wheel right away. We're going to look at Lenny the Lawyer live because he dropped a super chat earlier, and Are You Locked In is up right now for the same reason. So this is the creator I talk about frequently with The Source. These two seem to be great friends in my opinion, and they are really pushing other channels a lot of the time. So you'll likely meet more friends when you're over there. They seem to be doing a lot of shout outs for other people. And I'm just going to put a notification on here for a live stream they've got coming up. That's going to be tonight, about an hour after Tuber Chat. And they seem to be live streaming frequently, but we set notifications for everything we see, premieres and live streams, even though we have the notification bell on for every channel, and that's just in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. So you get an idea of what Are You Locked In is doing, and then they'll give us some information on their About section, including helping with our YouTube channels. And they're here with us just about every single stream as well. So thank you again, Are You Locked In, for another Super Chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Now it's time to look at Lenny the Lawyer Live.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
And then Just Jason Keto makes a generous idea there as well, saying it's always worth delaying something. If you need to ask and you're unsure, we have lots of people here, literally with years of experience, who want to help other people as well. So if you're unsure about your content, you can reach out to any of us, anybody you can find on the social networks. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter occasionally as well. And I love talking YouTube. I could do this stuff all day. So I'm happy to help anybody that I can, or at least have conversations, and hope that you will find them helpful. Harlow Blonde, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And then if you use AI and answer the question that you used AI, is your video at a disadvantage? So my guess would be slightly, because YouTube, I wonder if they may suppress, they'll never admit it if they would, but I wonder if they may suppress the views on the video or just push them to people who are just looking for and seem to enjoy AI content. There's going to be a lot of people out in the world that can't tell the difference. There's a lot of stuff out there I can't tell the difference, and I'm looking for it all the time. Everything I see every day for at least a year, if not 2 years now, I say, is that real? Even when it looks real, even when we're sure it's real, because AI's just gotten too good. And some of you probably heard me talk about this many months ago, saying, you know, you think AI is good this year, wait until next year. And we're already there. There literally are things that we can't tell the difference. And the YouTube stream, meaning not stream, but the YouTube homepage is just full of this stuff. All the fake news and fake narrative, and Facebook and Instagram. And in Canada, we don't even get news on the social networks either, because that's a government disaster. Thank you, Lenny the Lawyer Live, for another super chat, by the way. So that's an idea. But I'm uncertain, right? Unfortunately, I can't be certain about that. But I think that if you're going to use AI, especially to the point that you feel like you have to answer one of those questions, then my question to you would be, is the video going to give real information to people? Because I think more and more people are going to be looking for real. And I said this about music actually a couple of decades ago as well, where I think people are going to start to crave live music. And you'll notice some of the biggest music festivals will include live artists along with the DJs and things like that, because it's too much to just listen to what we might call a drum machine the whole, day or 3 days in a row and things like that. And not that I'm right about that, but there are companies out there right now. I believe Humans.ai is one of them. And then, for the life of me, I can't remember the other one. Sam Altman is working on it. I think it's WorldCoin, but I could be wrong. I'm following all the crypto stuff now, where they're doing a thing called Proof of Human. And you can go, you have to volunteer to do it, but you can go and get your iris scanned so that in the future, when we're doing things like video, when we're showing up at places, people will be able to prove it's you. It's very much like Minority Report, that movie that we all reference when the future's becoming too real. But it's absolutely something that's going to be important, because anybody can take any video of anybody else and make it look like they're saying anything at all, especially people who are doing a lot of content, right? You've said everything that can be said, that people can twist and everything else, and the AI is so good now. So I know I'm saying the same thing over and over and over again, but proof of human is going to be a real, I believe it's going to be a very real and important aspect of all of our lives, proving who we are. And this is the kind of thing that's out there because of this already before it's even that much of an issue. Judgment Day Mike Harper, thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. So hopefully that was helpful. Lenny, my dear friend, I'm not sure if it was. Hats on a mission. Good to see you in the house. I think a few people are going to win right now by doing a combination. So I'll show you an example. I talked about this idea the other day, and feel free to steal it if you want. But I wanted to, because it's not my idea anyway, but the idea is to come up with a channel, let's say where you're doing informative content. For me, it would be something along the lines of crypto, of course, because I'm very much into that, and I would really like to help people who don't know enough about it yet, so that they don't get ripped off when it's time to start, because almost everybody's going to eventually own some kind of crypto, whether we think so or not today. So the idea would be to make videos. You can use AI for scripts. You can use AI for video production. It'll even make footage for you or put a bunch of stock footage together and things like that. What I think the hook would be is, instead of using an AI voice or an AI avatar, just do the thing yourself. So let the AI put the video together for you. Let the AI make some footage for you, but it's your face that goes on the video, because trust is always a big thing on YouTube anyway, and the other social platforms. When we use cartoons and avatars and we're not on the screen, it's just not the same. There's nothing wrong with not being on the screen, but when we put ourselves out there, it helps with trust. It's likely one of the reasons why this channel, Superchat, does so well, because I'm so much on, right? And you can track me down. I'm very easy to find on Facebook, Instagram, and everywhere else. I couldn't lie if I want to, because everybody will be out there to catch me. But you see what I mean about trust, right? So these are just ideas. And again, not saying I'm right, but that's where I think people can win. Using AI where it's appropriate, but putting your face and your voice on it might be a hook. I could be wrong. I might give it a try. I don't know. And thank you for the shares, everybody. I know there's been a bit of that. I miss a lot that goes on in the chat, but I really do appreciate the kind words and things people are doing to help, of course. King Morgan, good to see you here. Savannah Mills is in the house. Again, forgive me for anything I've missed that anybody wanted me to see. K-Dog's Kennel, good to see you in the house. I'm slowly settling into the new house. Yeah, forgive me, I likely ran your video, but haven't actually watched it. I think I shared it today. I think I chose that one to share. I do my shares in advance. I'll show you what I mean. Why not, right? We'll look at the channel and you'll see in my community posts that there are videos that are out there. Yeah, K-Dog's Kennel hasn't come up yet, but I think it comes up later today. Yeah, here it is right here. So at 8 o'clock tonight Eastern, I'm going to share their new house update. Because when I go to a channel and look for a video to share, if somebody hasn't posted in a while, I might pick something popular. If somebody's got 3 new videos since the last time I remember sharing for them, I'll just pick which one I think is most enticing to anybody that wants to be introduced to their channel, because that's what we're doing here, right? So you get an idea. We usually share about every 2 hours or so, and then once in a while I do one for Tuber Chat. I think I forgot to do it today. And then these are just ideas. And then, so these are, it's just an opinion more than anything. Lenny the Lawyer Live, of course, I think I'm right, but, you know, we never know. Time will tell, right? Globies Travels, good to see you in the house. You know, when we hear AI music, we can tell it's AI, right? And so I think people are going to start to, you know, they'll have a bias against AI soon enough. AI will have the things that we love it for, and it will have the things that we're annoyed by. I know that's obvious, so it goes without saying, really, but you know what I mean. And then, yeah, phone is good enough. K-Dog's Kennel, I promise you. A lot of what I film that has done the best over the years is stuff that was done with an iPhone 4S like 6 years ago. Tuber Chat Connect and Grow is up on the screen. Let's get out of here. Lenny the Lawyer Live is coming up next. We'll take a break for 3.5 minutes. We will come back right after we go and have a look at another clip from our interview series. Again, these are videos on the Tuber Chat channel now. They're listed in a podcast and in a playlist. They're very informative. We call them interviews, but they're friendly conversations. The creators that are featured have been with us for years. And I see Home Bartending with John is in the house. Brampton Gardner is here as well. I've met up with her in real life with Just Jason Keto and Kristen Welton and Rambling with the Brooms. Let's go do this break and we'll come right back.
So I noticed that you also mentioned subscribers for a quick second there when you're talking about especially the effects you put on the screen or the end of your video. Don't forget to subscribe, things like this. What else can you tell us, especially for anybody just starting their YouTube journey, about how to get more subscribers for their channel?
Still back to just asking. Like, you would be surprised how many people don't say subscribe to my channel.
No.
Just a simple hit that subscribe button, you know, I would appreciate it. I don't do a whole lot of promoting, but promoting your channel works very well. I think honestly, if people can feel like they have a connection to you, if you're talking, if you're giving great information, if they sort of feel that vibe, they're going to naturally be like, oh, I like this person. But sometimes people will watch and just never subscribe. And sometimes it's just because they just don't think about it. It's like, oh, I didn't even realize I wasn't subscribed to you. So that one little ask is sometimes all the people need to just, subscribe to the channel. I think also realizing that not everybody is going to subscribe. Realizing that they might watch your video, but for whatever reason, they just don't want to subscribe to it. Or they just come there for that one reason, that to see that video, and now they're going to go. I think having people promote you is a good thing. And that's also something I think should naturally happen.
Okay.
I know a lot of us, when we start out, we think we have the best ideas, the best personality, and we're going to blow up overnight. And it just doesn't happen like that in the real world. You know, it's going to take time, and you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with, you might never hit 10,000 subscribers, and that's okay. Be there for the 400 that are coming back, Be there for the ones that are coming back and show them that you appreciate them being there, because eventually those are the ones that will mention your name to somebody else.
Yes.
Or, those, if they don't, but they're still coming back. So we have to be okay. I think that's what a lot of new vloggers need to learn. You have to be okay that you might not blow up. You might not be as fabulous as you think you are. Somebody is still going to be like, no, I don't like her. And that's okay. That's okay.
right, we are just about back. Lenny the Lawyer Live dropped a couple super chats earlier. He's done that kind of thing a million times before. And very much appreciated, of course, my dear friend. Lenny the Lawyer Live is an attorney. What he's doing on his series of channels is bringing us a catalog of legal information. So, of course, much like our other friend, legal-minded friends, Karen Cole, who's likely still in the chat as well, these creators will bring us legal information. There's obviously a big difference between legal information and legal advice, but when you are in the presence of an attorney in any way at all, they can be very clear about which you are receiving when you're talking to them. Lenny the Lawyer Live has built up quite a catalog here, and I'm just going to grab their latest video and put this into my catch-up list right now. That's that playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Lenny the Lawyer Live is working on 500 subscribers now. He started with a short video over here also, which is great to see. Now, he's got another couple of channels as well. Boyer Coffee Enterprises is one of them. I think he's got 4 channels, but Boyer Coffee Enterprises is another channel that he's got with a few subscribers here and a handful of videos. And then he's got one more as well, My Smart Jewish Lawyer. And this is where he's bringing us some more legal information as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Lenny the Lawyer Live. And he has been a dear friend for a long time, but somebody who always engages conversation when it comes to YouTube. And then he'll ask a lot of questions like that in the chat that gives us all a chance to at least hear my answer, if not discuss the ideas between them. So hopefully everybody will connect with Lenny the Lawyer Live. I know he's going to have some interesting things coming up because he's got some serious equipment over there as well. I think he said, Lenny, if you're still here, did you tell me that you have the teleprompter? I forget if you told me that. Two Pineapples has one now. And Lenny's been waiting for me to do a tutorial on the Stream Deck that I'm just about to drop all over the desk and break and everything like that, which I still haven't done. But I thought I'd show it to you. The smaller one is put away, but the larger one I use every day, especially for Tuber Chat. Yeah, I smashed all kinds of stuff here. And then, thank you again, Lenny the Lawyer Live. Let's look at Judgment Day Mike Harper.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like.
Hopefully I haven't ruined anything while I was dropping things all over the desk there. Judgment Day Mike Harper is up on the screen right now. This is another longtime dear friend, and you'll hear me say that often. I can't remember how long every single channel, of course, has been a part of the Tuber Chat family, but we literally have friends that have been with us for 5 years and longer, and anywhere from here to there, including brand new channels every day in the chat. And I just like to recognize it because what I would like to instill, especially in anybody that's fairly new to Tuber Chat, is the idea that we can literally see the future. We know that there are generous, loyal supporters waiting to help you, your channel, and your content if we could all just meet each other. That's really what we're doing here. Fever Dream Animation, good to see you in the house. Judgment Day Mike Harper, more than anything else, is going to bring us a lot of movie reviews. They're really into a lot of entertainment. When we get into shorts videos, we get a bit of random content on this channel. He's got another one I'll show you in a minute, but up to 1,400, even 2,200 views on one of these. And then live streams on this channel as well, where he might be talking to us about some wrestling lately in what looks like almost a series of videos. But Judgment Day Mike Harper is working on 700 subscribers here, and Michael W. Harper is a second channel that he's got going on. Here he brings more movie reviews, really DVD reviews. and he continues those today. Once in a while, he'll give us a chance to get to know the creator, especially in shorts videos here. These have gotten into 400 and almost 500 views. And then live streams. Also, he's done a few of these up to a year ago. We got the notification bell on for every single channel, so if he picks those up, we're going to be ready for him again. And thank you again, Judgment Day Mike Harper, for another super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. He's done that a million times as well. He's got a new video premiering tomorrow, so we'll be looking forward to that. We know this second channel's got 95 subscribers, so we'd love to get him close to his first 100 if we can. And there's Tim Mitchell. Again, he's gifting a handful of memberships, and he's done that many times before as well. I know all of those recipients will be happy to have those. Hats on a Mission might be here right now. If Jeremy's still listening, I'll get him on the wheel right this second. We always put super chatters and membership gifters up as soon as those things happen.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
Yeah, thank you, Tim Mitchell. So Hats on a Mission, I think, was here. Tiff's Take might have come in, but I might be mistaken about that. I was looking at that channel earlier today, so I might just be confusing myself. But Living Large with Al Crew, she'll be happy to have it. So will Legend 667 and Real for Life Kim D. They all come in frequently. Hats on a Mission was definitely here earlier, though. There's Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official. We're going to look at that channel right after Tim Mitchell, because he's actually producing the videos for that channel and another one. And I'll show you all of them. So Tim Mitchell's posting some of his own content now. And we see that in a few outdoor videos here. And then some shorts also. And these have started to really move. 1,100, 1,500 on one of these. And then this creator as well is going live, usually from the road. So here we go, a lot of dash cam type footage. And some of that does really well for a lot of creators. I don't know why still, after a month, I'm not catching you for these. I got to just hope I can catch you for another one. I've got notification bells on for every single channel, as we can see. The other thing too is, I know not everybody here can sit there and message on other social networks every single person you want to come into your premieres and live streams and things like that, but anybody can reach out anytime. If you find yourself with a moment, you're going to go live, especially for a special event, but for anything at all, you can message me on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. I keep calling it Twitter, but it's actually, you know what I mean. And I will always try to get in there if I can. My work life is finally looking like it's about to ease off a little bit, and I should be able to at least peek in on things a little bit more. Oh, Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official, the new Mountain Dew flavors. In Canada, I don't know how many we have. I thought I saw something that looked like pineapple the other day, and I can't remember if it was in a 7-Eleven, or it might have been in a grocery store. And it was cans, for sure, not bottles. But I wonder about that. I haven't had a Mountain Dew in the longest time. I bought one, never drank it, and then the thing went flat before I got to it. I actually tried to open it yesterday, the day before. Yeah, as for the other flavors, I'm unsure, and it might be different in Canada. Jesse Journals and Unboxes, good to see you here. And then Tim Mitchell as well produces the videos for what I was saying, Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official. And she's got another channel as well. So this is Chef CV. And this creator now is over 500. They're at 522 right this second. And we'd like to push them towards the 600 they're going to be thinking about now. They've got quite an interesting collection of characters in their banner there. Videos on this channel are not just going to show us how to make interesting things within the kitchen. They're also going to help us navigate the kitchen and understand some of the things we might use in our food and meal prep. And then as well, some of the appliances we might find or may not have already thought of. You'll notice a glorious looking Wheel of Misfortune in the background. We recognize that because it looks very similar to our wheel of names, our wheel of doom that we've got here. But it's cool to see a real life one. I wonder if one of these days, if I do it, I manage to get out, it's going to be a year from now still, but if I can get out to any of these larger meetups with our American friends, I wonder if I'll get one of those wheels and bring it with me and we use it for giveaways or something. I think that'd be super fun. So we'll copy Chef CV's part of that idea. Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official has gotten into 1,200 views on one of these shorts. That's a new one as well, because that one's really ripping right this second. We knew these ones at 600 and on the way to 700 before, but that one must be brand new. Live streams on this channel as well 5 days ago. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. Again, it's been 2 months for Chef CV's channel, and she's actually got another one. So I'll show you. This one's got an interesting name, the unofficial off-topic squirrel. And we'll see what they've got going on here. This is a complimentary channel, so the same creator behind Chef CV, but they might take us on some outdoor adventures. We might end up in the kitchen again, but most of what they're doing here is outdoor, or at least outdoor adventure, like bowling, which I'm always interested to see. My first permanent full-time gig at 16 was in a bowling alley, and I worked there for way too long, but I did my share of bowling as well. And they've got live streams here again occasionally, and then Pearls Against Humanity. There we go. I have to say I've played the original of that game as well. Very uncomfortable and hilarious situation, of course. The unofficial off-topic squirrel, like I said, is a complimentary channel for Chef CV from Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official. Both of those channels are produced by Tim Mitchell. That's the creator that just gifted a handful of memberships in the chat a few moments ago. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. Obviously an over the top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And then, yeah, Just Jason Keto. I would love to do a meetup in Niagara Falls. We got to talk to Brampton Gardner again. We got to talk to Scott from Rambling with the Brooms. I know Rob will want to come down. We can talk to Call Me V. She's a little farther away, but we can ask her. And see who else we can get to come to visit. But Niagara Falls is a beautiful place. I live in a touristy destination. It's known as the honeymoon capital of the world, and I love it. It's a beautiful city. It's a great place to live, a wonderful place to visit, and it would be wonderful to have some kind of a meetup here. Also, I know it's a little bit distant for people, but for Jason, he's only a couple hours away from me, so he might be able to make it down sometime. I was soon, if not already, going to send you a message as well and just see if you happen to be coming down, just for even for us to meet up if you're going to be around at all. Full Half, good to see you in the house. That might be a brand new channel in the chat. Good to see you here for the first time, and forgive me if I'm wrong about that. Butter Roll Boutique is also here. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. And let's think about, I believe, spinning the wheel right now.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
Legal Minded Friends Karen Cole has been down here. I love it. I'm always happy. Just Chasing Keto can always find a time to a reason to visit. We got our favorite restaurants down here as well. I've been here for 9 years now. I grew up in Toronto, of course, but I moved to Niagara and have been here all this time. And then thank you, K-Dog's Kennel. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. They're dropping a super chat right now. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. I'm overdue for adding a name onto the wheel too, so I'll get that done in another moment here somehow. But K-Dog's Kennel will come up next, and we're going to look at this channel. I wanted to talk about this because I said I was running my catch-up playlist today. I was working on another window on the computer. So what I either do, if I have half an hour to sit and watch videos, then that's what I do. If not, I might be working on a computer, and I'll let the list run so that everybody at least gets their watch time, if that makes any sense. But one thing I noticed about Carnivore Jerry in the middle of a forest was for the video that I went to, I believe we're going to see it right there, the American flag was right there in the beginning. And I was so happy to see that because, you know, obviously I'm in Canada, but anybody patriotic, doesn't matter what country they're from. I'm always happy to see somebody, you know, proud to be supporting their country in any way, even if it's hanging a flag or something like that. It's the most important thing I plan to have one day. I've not yet bought a house, but if the day comes, the flagpole is going to be a very important part. I imagine myself having one of those ones like a lot of our American friends have, where it's like anchored to the house and it goes off diagonally by the front door or something like that. But I don't know. We'll have to see. Otherwise, a big, huge Canadian flagpole is what I'll end up having. And if possible, I think about the snowbird lifestyle. We talk about this in Canada. My grandparents did it where they lived in Florida during our cold winters, and then they came back for our hot summers, and they lived in what was really a cottage a few hours away from Toronto on a waterfront property, and it was beautiful and secluded with forestry all around and everything else. But I think about that kind of thing myself. So we think about that. And of course, if I'm going to have any place in America, I'll have an American flag there, probably with a Canadian one beside it. Chocolate Drop, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And then... yes, a meetup at Outback Steakhouse. We got our favorite restaurants down here as well, all our favorite individuals. I'm sure Jason's got a few picks as well, but I love independents, because they have to rely on their food, so we find they do a really good job. Chocolate Drop always calls me Mr. Customer Service. That's an inside joke we've had going on for literally years. I'm sure it's because of the way I speak. And Chocolate Drop's been a dear friend. But that's one of the things that I find most heartwarming on YouTube is when I see those inside jokes happening between other people. Understanding that true friendships are flourishing between creators. It gives you a sense that we really are doing all the things we set out to do here, and it continues today. This is why we use the word family all the time, because it really does start to feel like that. And oh, full half. Everybody's welcome here in the chat. I'm just talking about flags for a quick second because this creator happened to have one at the beginning of their video, and I'm just happy to see that myself sometimes. It doesn't matter, like I said, where it is. I mean, I've been lucky to spend a lot of time in the States, but when the flags are flying, I'm always happy for that. And but I don't get into politics and stuff like that. Carnivore Jerry in the middle of a forest. I'm still getting to know, though. I'm just going to grab their latest video, make sure that's in my catch-up list. That's that playlist I keep talking about that I use to keep or get caught up with creators. And then shorts on this channel have gotten into 100,000, 143,000 views, which is interesting to see. I believe I've seen this one before, but I don't know whether you did anything with that or not. And then live streams on the channel as well. Looks like they got StreamYard panels full of guests. Could be the creator giving us a chance to get to know her. So I'll be looking forward to catching you for one of these. I know it's been a few weeks, but we've got notification bells on for every single channel, and that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. And then K-Dog's Kennel dropped a super chat, so we're going to look at them next.
If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention TuberChat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around.
Yeah, I couldn't even get into politics if I wanted to because I live in Canada, and the truth is we're not able to see any kind of what somebody would call real news from the major media outlets on any of the social networks. The Canadian government put a system in place where Facebook and Twitter and everybody said, fine, we just won't put it there. So we rely on each other's screenshots. This is the biggest reason why over the last couple of years, even when my extremist friends on both sides send me a bunch of nonsense, I have to ask, is it true? I have to always read between the lines, like translating a language to figure out what on earth is going on. and none of it seems real these days, but that's okay. K-Dog's Kennel is up here most often doing video gameplay. They've got a different kind of award show idea here in one of their videos. They got some shorts over here as well, getting into 1,400, 4,100 views, and then live streams on the channel. And this is where we saw that new house update. I forgot about this, that it was actually a live stream replay. So it's a short one. It's only not even 8 minutes. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list for today too, and that's what I'm going to watch. I shared it out already. It'll share out in a couple of hours, but I haven't seen it. So hopefully everybody will connect with K-Dog's Kennel. Obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. We'd love to push them towards the 600 subscribers they're thinking about. And when you have a look at the About section, you'll get an idea of what this creator is doing. You won't be able to set notifications. This is a channel where I believe the audience is set to made for kids. Now, I could be mistaken, but I'm quite certain. So hopefully everybody will connect and get some of their support coming back to you as well.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
And then Scratch and Pete PA up on the screen right now. This is one of the most supportive creators that I have met in my YouTube journey, which is now getting on beyond 8 years, as a matter of fact. And Scratch and Pete PA was somebody who really contemplated what he was going to do before he did it. I actually knew him as PA before he changed his name to Scratch and Pete PA, and added the Scratch Challenge series of videos to this channel for what now is going on 4.5 years. The most interesting thing I think that I can mention is the fact that this creator has posted with perfect consistency over all this time. He has not missed a week. If not a premiere, he always drops that video. But when you get to his channel, you're going to see the kind of impact that that consistency has, along with the support that he gives to other people, because he has a flood of support that comes in, and his chat ends up running faster than even what we've got going here, faster than some of our friends, or as fast as some of our friends like Butler Family Farm, Hilda DC, the Stock Explorer, and a few select others. It's just very fast paced, very high energy, and a lot of fun to be a part of. He premieres every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern, so you can catch those. And they usually run anywhere from 12 to 17 minutes, depending on the intro. Now, when we look at his channel, we see that presentation is at the forefront of his mind as well. He's got a bright, beautiful avatar that's been matched by content in his thumbnails, which we would expect, but they're also vibrant and colorful with a hint about giveaways that happen in his video series. His banner's updated every week, if you can imagine that, and what he does in his video series is pits two tickets against each other and offers us the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow him on Instagram, X, or Facebook, which of course I do. It sets his series apart, makes it unique, a lot of fun to be a part of. We know his video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first production. And a couple of summers ago, this fellow Canadian took off to Italy for a vacation where he brought us some vlogging style shorts videos, as well as some Italian lottery tickets that we might not have otherwise seen. He brought us his very first live stream from Italy as well. I was lucky to have been there for that. We know that Scratch and Pete PA is monetized, lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there, and he's working on 2,500 subscribers. So hopefully everybody will connect with Scratch and Pete PA, and anybody who's already connected with him will agree he's one of their most supportive creators as well. All of the moderators on this channel are dear friends of mine and dear friends of each other. They all have different channels and they all do different things, but one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity, and for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel, the same way we do here in Tuber Chat. All-Star Issy, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Mr. Fulton Mraz is still here. I've got them on the wheel now. Rainy Ridge is going to be the next channel that we're looking at. Super Rainbow Queen was added to the wheel, and hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everyone's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. Rainy Ridge we're going to look at after we take another break. We'll go for 3.5 minutes. Right before we do that, we're going to play another clip from our interview series. And this is a series of videos now. There's 5 episodes up, a 6th one being edited right now. They're very informative. These creators share their knowledge and their experiences. I tried to ask their opinion without adding a lot of my own. The conversations go anywhere from an hour to 2 hours long. Even though we call it an interview, it's a friendly conversation because all of these creators have been with us literally for years, and all of them have long passed their 10,000 subscribers.
So one of the questions that's going to come up, especially when we've got a channel that's just grown, I mean, you guys have content getting into like well over 200,000 views, and people are always going to want to know how they can get more views on their video shorts and streams. So what can you tell us in your experience that you would give somebody as advice now?
I'm going to go first.
Yeah, you're the master at this one.
Don't be afraid to go back and change the thumbnails and the tags and the titles and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be afraid to do that. It doesn't have to be the exact same as it was when you posted it. If you have a better idea for a title or a thumbnail or a description or anything like that, go ahead and try it. Because no matter how many times you change it, YouTube is going to pick something.
Yep.
And it might push it out more. More people might like maybe the colour scheme on it or the wording on it or something like that. And that'll help bring more people in. That's what I think anyway. Because we were afraid to do that for a long time. And then when we started doing that a little bit, we noticed a bit more growth.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's my opinion. What do you think?
Well, a lot of what Danielle said is spot on. But the thing about it is, that's what's great about YouTube. You have that space to just go, you know, I didn't like that idea the first time it went up. Like, we've had thumbnails and we've had tags, we've had hashtags and stuff. We thought, oh, this is gonna go, it's gonna fly up. It's gonna be the best thing ever.
Yeah.
And no, it just went straight into the toilet.
Yeah.
But that's fine, because the beautiful part is you can go back, you can change it over, you can go, I'll experiment with this. Sometimes it could be, now this is what is crazy about YouTube. Could be a tag change.
Yeah.
It could be the title. Like, as much as people go, it's the thumbnail, like the title does play a major part. Because like, if you turn around, let's say a plane flying in the sky, or you turn around and say a plane does a nosedive and then lands perfectly, what sounds better? Maybe that might work for some people, but see the way the two titles, like, well, I can just look at a plane or, oh, what's going to happen here?
Right.
I don't know why I used the plane, but that's just where I went for it.
Yeah, but you're absolutely
just the
right.
contrast of like titles and tags.
It does make a difference.
It does. It's like, from our experience anyway, it has. Like, we've went back and sometimes we just changed the thumbnail, and that did make a big difference. Like, there, what thumbnail we doing on? We done it on one of the military videos, and we done it actually the Star Spangled Banner video.
Okay.
We had the original thumbnail for that. We thought was the best thing we ever made. Got rid of it. See, this is what happens. Like, a month later, we're like, wow, this is the worst thing we could have ever put up. And I know people are probably going, no, it's really good, but this is what happens in your own head. You're like, wow, this is like not great. But we changed it to that one, and we love that one, and probably next month we'll change it again. But don't be afraid to change around your content and really experiment with what's out there.
That's great advice.
remember that this morning. Yeah, I thought Silver Assassin Metal Detecting did a premiere and caught it and found a few things. But thank you for that. Yeah, mentioning it had me think maybe we ran into each other this morning. Alright, we're just about back. I was actually overdue for adding a couple of names onto the wheel from our chat list, but as promised, we always do that. So New Horizons Above and Beyond along with Savannah Mills have been added. As a matter of fact, I'm going to add one more right now. Just Janice Journeys was meant to be added already, and then we'll see how things go from here. But we still got over an hour. It's lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen, and then for any of our members or moderators that have not already been seen that are still listening or watching, just please be active in the chat. I'll make sure to get your name back on the wheel if I've removed it already. I just trimmed down the wheel a little bit during the stream so that we can get to more channels that we otherwise might not have, but members and moderators are always on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. So Rainy Ridge is up on the screen right now. And this is Eric and Tina Rainey. When we have a look at what they're doing, they let us know they've got a small woodworking shop. They enjoy cutting firewood, being outdoors, and then they'll bring us some other friends as well. When we get into their videos, I see they've got a shout out video, which is always nice to see. They've hit 3,000 subscribers. They've actually blown right past it, which is great to see as well. And we get the idea that they're bringing us a lot of, I would otherwise say homesteading content along with the woodworking and outdoors that they're bringing us. I group a lot of channels together when I talk about homesteading because we had this influx almost 4 years ago now, I think, where we had ranching, farming, gardening, traditional homesteading channels, along with camping, fishing, hiking, and other outdoor channels. And we see a lot of similar content from all of them. And the idea that they all seem to like to share knowledge and resources with each other. When we look at Rainy Ridge, we see that they have got some shorts that have gotten into 11,000, 13,000, 18,000 on one of them. And this one here, I wonder if Rainy Ridge, I'm not sure if they're still with us right now. I think they are. I don't know if they've used the promotion system to push the channel or not, but that's an extreme number of views. So sometimes when you see channels that have videos that are really blowing up, even if it's short, you might wonder to yourself, oh, are they promoting them? Are they advertising them? And there's nothing wrong with that. YouTube's got its own promotion system, right? We all get upset with fake views and fake subscribers and stuff, but a lot of creators are using the promotion system now. But when I see something that hits 1 million, then I'm like, oh no, that would be very expensive. So likely that is organic, but we'll see what they have to say, because that's fantastic and likely leading to a lot of growth in the channel organically. Live streams on the channel as well. They seem to be live frequently. I caught them the other day. They had StreamYard panels. I think they do that frequently, if I'm not mistaken. And then they seem to be on every Saturday night. Yes, so tonight that we'll expect another one, if I'm not mistaken. And oh, they might have actually skipped it for today, unless they're going live right now. And Rainy Ridge, yeah, I hope you don't mind me mentioning that, because the idea, like, I just want to give people an idea, you know, now that we talk about promotion, sometimes not every channel that you see that's got videos exploding is promoting or doing other things. That 1.7 million is too much, right? That means that video probably actually just flew. I could be wrong. I've been corrected 1 million times on this channel, but that's really exciting. And I hope that everybody can take that as a little bit of inspiration as well, because Just Jason Keto will say it in almost every stream here. You know, these things can happen to anyone. We're just building a catalog of videos, waiting for YouTube to catch us in the algorithm and push a couple things out. And I promise you, it happens on every channel that I've ever touched eventually, if we just keep going. But that's really fantastic. And I hope everybody's always happy for each other when you see these things, you know, as much as you would be for yourself. The more of these things that happen for us, the more things likely are going to happen for everyone, right? These stories become more common. If you imagine, Superchat was a brand new channel like every other one 5 years ago. We all started zero. Now we've got so many friends who have passed the 10,000 subscribers that we've got too many people for me to even interview and talk to about this kind of thing. Luckily, lots of them I've been able to catch, and, you know, have they been willing to share their generosity. But Rainy Ridge, that's great. And getting close to 2 billion, which is fantastic. Has to be exciting. Every other Saturday, so they'll be on next week. So I'll try to remember that. But Rainy Ridge have been longtime friends as well. So they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. It's likely not going to be long before we see that 3,300 subscribers then that we know that they're thinking about. Ruthie's This and That family. Good to see you in the house, pardon me. And then Mr. Fulton Mraz is going to be celebrating his 26th birthday in just a few weeks from now, which is great to know. And he's been a friend of mine now for 6 years, longer than Tuberchat has even existed as a channel. He came over from my original channel. And then I Am Betty J Gathers is up on the screen right now. And I Am Betty J Gathers, I'm assuming that she's here, and I'm assuming that she's listening. I wonder if she, that was a second channel, my other search. Do I forget all the time to put up a second channel for you? And then Mr. Fulton Raz is going to write a song about Tuberchat. That will be entertaining. Mr. Fulton Mraz has done lots of those kinds of things for lots of people. I've been on his channel at least once in an interview as well. Like I said, he's been a dear friend. Hopefully everybody enjoys that theme song we call it at the end of the stream, where Jake Huston actually used one of the AI systems, Suno, to make a song for us, and I play it at the end of every stream as our exit, let's say. We still got an hour to go right now, lots of time. I Am Betty J Gathers is a beloved and dedicated moderator and member here. She has been for a long time. She's the newest member of our moderator squad. She was just added about 6 months ago, if I remember right, 5-6 months ago. But I Am Betty J Gathers has been with us for almost the beginning. Literally, we're talking almost 5 years now, and this creator is closing in on 3,000 subscribers, which is great to see. And I have always called 3,000, or for a very long time now, a very telling marker. I fully expect any creator who can get to 3,000 organically to absolutely get to 10,000 and beyond. The only reason why 100,000 or 1,000,000 becomes questionable is because that can take years, and we don't know what YouTube or the landscape is going to look like, or online and everything else. We all know things are changing faster than ever right now. And then I Am Betty J Gathers is bringing us a lot of vlogging. She'll talk about things like healthy eating, healthy living, intermittent fasting, basically living her best life over 60. She brings us into her home. She takes us out on the road for adventure. She's always smiling, always laughing, always positive, always motivating and inspiring. She's done a ton of shorts. She literally did like 365 shorts in a row and more. And she continues dropping shorts now. Some of these have gotten into 7, 8, 9, and 10,000 views, featuring just the creator herself. Plus, she's got a couple of newer ones that have taken over some of the most popular spots, getting into 13,000 and 15,000 views. When we look at live streams on the channel, we see that this creator as well does a lot of live streaming, and she was actually challenged to an interview series, which I was a part of, which I was grateful for. Crystal Sparkle had her do an interview series during the month of December for Christmas season, basically the 12 days of interviews. But she's done tons of that before, lots of live streams, and she's a creator who does a great job of keeping up with the chat while she does that. Truly a dynamic host. And then Stephen Tina Jewel, still in the house. And Carnivore Jerry, I'm looking forward to catching another video from you. Thank you for being here. And then Blessed to Crochet has a couple of Suno AI songs coming up on their channel tonight. And then, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. As long as everyone's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. Let's think about spinning the wheel, and we'll get another channel ready to go.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like.
When you have a look at Mr. Fulton Mraz, in the search results, you'll notice there's a couple of channels there, but this is the one we're looking for. You can match the avatar there and the handle, of course. Mr. Fulton Mraz, like I said, has been a friend of probably 6 years by now. He came over on my personal channel, like AceFlaw1, and has been here since before we even started the Superchat channel. And this channel itself came from inspiration between creators who were already supporting each other. There were already channels and streams like this, and I said, okay, I'm going to do another channel just like what you guys are doing. And they didn't say, go do your own thing, don't copy us, there's too many, and blah, blah, blah. They said, we'll help you build it. And still, to this day, it's wonderful to see after 5 years, after literally 840 episodes of TuberChat, some of these creators are still coming around to support others as often as they can. And Mr. Fulton Mraz often has entertaining news for us in the chat. So hopefully everybody will connect with Mr. Fulton Mraz. He does a lot of interviews, a lot of product reviews. We don't have Sonic in Canada, so I'm always happy to see some of the things that we can't get here. Shorts on this channel, 1,600, 1,700 on a couple of these, and then live streams on the channel as well. He's done lots of live streams in the past. He's done lots of interviews. I've been on his channel at least once before. So hopefully everybody will connect with Mr. Fulton Mraz. We'd love to push him towards the 2,100 subscribers. We know that he is thinking about right now. And we're going to look at Just Janice Journeys right now.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
So Just Janice Journeys is a brand new channel for us. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but we get an idea of the positivity that they're bringing to us on their banner, and I see they've got information on their About section as well. Now, I'm just going to take their latest video, put that in my Watch Later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my Watch Later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bell on as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here at least 3 times a week, and we mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. We'll spin the wheel, and legal-minded friends Karen Cole from the UK will come up.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
And for anybody that missed it earlier, I was like yelling over the background music while we were on a break there. But Full Half is somebody that I met essentially this morning. There was a premiere that was dropped by our friend Silver Assassin Metal Detecting. And I happened to be in that premiere and in the chat, and Full Half came over today. So the reason why I mention it is because this is an example when we're out there supporting other people truly. When you're out visiting other people's premieres, chatting, talking to people, and visiting different live streams and things like that, you will automatically draw in new subscribers and friends because our friend Two Pineapples talks about it in his interview. The idea that conversation is almost always going to lead to the idea that you have a channel without even promoting yourself. Somebody's going to ask if you have a channel, or somebody's going to mention it at some point, because we're all on YouTube. Even viewers understand how important it is for everybody a lot of the time. But it's really, really cool that kind of thing continues to happen, because Silver Assassin Metal Detecting, in the chat was kind of bigging up Superchat a little bit and mentioned the idea, we've been friends for a while, and kind of just giving us the kudos, if that makes sense. So very cool, and that kind of thing can happen for everybody. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. When we look at legal-minded friends Karen Cole, I mentioned her channel for a brief second earlier because she also is an attorney and bringing us some legal information on her channel. I see she's monetized and got a lot of members-only content as well, which is great to see. I think I'm just going to grab another video. Let me see what you got for live streams first here. She's got a few interviews over here as well, and then talking about some large popular stories, let's just say. There's Yellow Shirt Dad. I was looking for that thumbnail. I didn't realize I'd never actually seen or run that. I'm gonna at least run, if not get a chance to catch that. I'll try to catch that while I'm working on the computer and listen in to see what they had to say there. But they've been friends a long time. Yellow Shirt Dad, I think, has been with legal-minded friends Karen Cole in a couple of different live streams and things like that, if I'm not mistaken. Now, again, I talked about Lenny the Lawyer Live earlier. These creators are bringing us a catalog of legal information. Now, if you're going to talk to an attorney, of course, you're going to want to ask them whether you're receiving legal advice or information. But it's great that we have a couple of creators bringing this kind of content to us, because I believe everybody at some point in their life is going to have to deal with some kind of legal information. Pretty close to it anyway. Legal-minded friends Karen Cole has gotten into almost 3,000 views on this shorts video, almost 5,000 on this one, and working towards 7,000 on another one, which is great to see. Pardon me, and then live streams on the channel as well. This creator has a lot of different topics to discuss, and it looks like they bring up a lot of StreamYard panelists to discuss them with. So hopefully everybody will connect with legal-minded friends Karen Cole, again from the UK, and working on 6,800 subscribers, which is great to see. She's been a friend to us for a long, long time also. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go, and Just Janice Journeys is in the middle of Africa right now. It's just 1 a.m. there, so late for you, early for us. It's still, most people, I'm in the Eastern time zone, are probably eating their dinner right this second. And I literally had friends just send me a text message inviting me out to dinner. They happen to be in town right now. And I had to let them know I'm doing something right this second and won't be able to join. But yeah, it's interesting how we all have our different time zones. Every channel has viewers from around the world, and I think it makes it that much more interesting as well.
If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around.
Vintage Style by Joe is up on the screen right now, and this is a creator that I actually was taken away with her channel as well. Now, I've obviously not done, well, I shouldn't say obviously, I have not done any quilting. I've done a bit of sewing. When I was in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, our school system forced us to do a few classes, and they called it home economics, but it included some sewing classes, cooking classes, and woodworking classes, along with art. Traditional art like painting and drawing and things like this, sketching. And while I did the smallest amount of sewing, I have not done much more after that, but I'm always interested in things, especially after we started the Superchat channel, all the different content I'm seeing. I'm always taken away with things that other people do that are really creative that I can't or don't do. So for instance, when Vintage Style by Joe is working on fabrics and materials, whether it's quilting or other sewing, this creator has a unique aspect to their channel, because I've seen videos from them where they're taking scraps of some of the materials or fabrics, and I can imagine how many people might be discarding the smaller pieces, and they're making beautiful, colorful things to dress up things around the home. And you'll get an idea of what I'm talking about when you get over there and have a quick look. And they've got a Cricut Maker as well, which has to be helpful when it comes to that. Shorts on this channel have gotten now into 2,300, 2,600 views and beyond. And then live streams on the channel as well. And hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. It's been a month already. I started a new full-time job, and I think that was probably taking more time than I thought that it was. The job is really a Monday to Friday 9 to 5 thing, but weeks of training, fairly intense, and I was probably just thinking about it and almost tired afterwards. I'd literally been sitting in a chair for five months before that, so I could just imagine. But this is why I think I'm getting frustrated with the idea. I see all these channels, and it's like, why haven't I caught a stream from you in a month? Because I've been on a little bit less. I was able to be on YouTube more in the last 5 months than ever before. So I probably got way more used to that and was able to catch a lot more content. But again, if anybody has anything special or specific coming up that you want me to see, I'll always make effort and try, even if I have to pop in. Lots of times people have messaged me and I've been able to get right into their things. But I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. The Source has come in. We talked about them earlier. I mentioned them when we were talking about Are You Locked In? These creators have been sending over lots of friends, so I know you'll meet more friends when you're over there with them as well.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into TuberChat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
And then when we look at Home Bartending with John, we see a creator who's going to bring us 2 different one-of-a-kind channels. And let's have a look at what he's doing in his videos. First of all, this creator is going to teach us how to make some of the world's most popular cocktails from the comfort of our own home. You don't have to have a home bar set up quite as elaborate as what John has got here, but he's going to show us what it takes to keep a bar like that replenished and the tools that we're going to need behind the bar to make some of our favorite cocktails. Interestingly, what he does is brings the recipes in a few variations, so you'll you'll often find videos where he's got 3 different ways of making a specific drink, and he takes requests on his channel. He's done a couple for me already, actually. Home Bartending with John will also bring us comparisons or collections of beers, liquors, liqueurs, and other cocktails. So he might make like non-alcoholic mocktails or low-calorie cocktails and things like that, and tons of product reviews. Again, beers, liquors, liqueurs. I joke all the time, but like you'll see, John's probably experienced with just about every type of beer and everything else that's out there. But I don't drink very much at all, but I have in the past worked in places where, you know, everything's on the house. So I've had my share, I promise you. But when I talk about beer, I say to people, I like beer that tastes like water with a little bit of beer. And some of this darker, hoppier stuff, there's no way I'd even get through half a bottle or half a can of that. But Home Bartending with John will give us an idea as to whether we might like it before we get there. He's got shorts on the channel as well that have gotten into 10,000 views and beyond on one of them, which is great. I think that one still gets views. He's done live streams in the past, but like I said, he's got another channel as well. The Pipe Guy is a channel where he brings us industrial pipe lamps and industrial pipe art. And you get an idea. We got to make sure we get the right The Pipe Guy. If we spell it properly, his handle matches it. But we can match this red avatar here. We see he's bringing industrial pipe lamps and art. I haven't seen this kind of thing before. And then he's got a Star Wars themed video to get the channel started. So he's working on his first 100 subscribers. We'd love to push him a little bit farther towards that milestone. And he's been a silver member for as long as I can remember here in the Superchat family. One of our longest standing members, as a matter of fact. And you see his channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream. Timmy, the racing channel, good to see you here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Oh, and there you go. Yeah, 45 to 50 hours a week. I'm lucky that I'm not going to have a workload quite so full. I think I made things harder on myself for the first few weeks than I needed to, but that's just wanting to get in and get moving. I tend to be impatient. Cruz Bolero, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Here, anybody would say I'm the most patient person. I've gotten that compliment a million times, but I promise you, I can have my short fuse at times as well. Savannah Mills is going to be the next channel that we look at. So let's take another break here. We'll go, we can rest our voice, get a drink, and do the things we need to do. We'll come back, and right before we take that 3.5 minute break, I'm going to play a clip again from our interview series. This creator inspired the series. He comes from the UK, and Moz6510 Models is somebody who's been a dear friend since almost the beginning of Superchat. He's been with us literally for 4.5, probably 5 years by now. This creator, like all the others in the series, has long passed his 10,000 subscribers.
Well, thank you for that. So it's interesting that we're talking about shorts already. We've got a lot to go over today. But since you've mentioned it, that's one thing that I was planning to ask is the idea that you can give us, regardless of, like, you know, a lot of people are going to have different opinions about whether shorts are helpful. Some creators have broken off into separate shorts channels and things like this. But in your experience, now going through what you have with shorts, what advice can you give to somebody just in the beginnings of their YouTube journey before their 10,000 subscribers so that they can have the best chance of making shorts work for them as opposed to against them?
So ultimately, you've got to have a passion in what you're doing. There's no point in, say, I'm going to do videos on fixing cars when you have no idea on how to fix cars.
Yes.
Okay. I am more shocked at what people are willing to sit there and watch than actually do it. I did over the Christmas period, I was given a huge model to build and I live streamed it. It's not quite finished yet. I've still got another day on it. So it'll be another like 8 years. So I was basically doing 4 to 6 hour live streams of building this kit. And people were turning up every day having me in their background or in the background, watching me and listening to me while I was effing and jeffing at this kit. Trying to put it together. You know what I mean? And if they've got a passion for what you're doing, they're more likely going to watch that passion from you and push. So if you are going to set up a YouTube channel today, if your passion is walking, record it. But make sure that you envelop and make sure that what you're saying and what you put in the video is aimed at the audience. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. When I do a YouTube video, I don't think I'm talking to 50,000 viewers.
Yes.
I'm talking to one person.
Right.
So if you create a video of your passion, make it personal that you're talking to that one person that's watching you. If you see what I mean. You know, you are just talking to one person. So create the video for your best friend. So he's going to say, you know, and people will become endowed by that. They'll listen to that because you'll be like their friend as well. So that's my one tip, I think, is to make sure that you make the videos not personal in your life, personal about what's on the footage, and that you're basically making that video for your best friend.
Right. That's great advice too.
Yeah.
Each person, is looking through their own set of eyes, regardless of who they're with.
Yeah.
I see we're referencing Pete as a time traveler there. Pete literally being the future. And I can't tell you how many messages I've gotten over the years that have said, like, hi, Kevin and Pete, because he's so integral in the Tuber Chat operation, let's just say, right? Obviously going over and above. Ever since the beginning, he's been with us. He came in the first 30 or 40 episodes of Tuber Chat and has been here for almost every single one since then, over 800 times, if you could believe that, for hours at a time as well. And then it makes me think, though, I've been following a lot of crypto stuff. I don't want to tell anybody like that they should bother getting involved in that or anything like that. There's a lot to learn. It's very important. Money can be lost easier there than anywhere else. But there's a company that just came out with a coin the other day, and it has to do with time traveling. So I'll leave it with you for 2 seconds, see if anybody knows what that company was and what that coin is when we talk about time travel. If I had an extra $100, I'd probably buy it today, but that's just because we have this thing. I say we, I've been involved in crypto for a few years now, but there's this thing that they refer to as degen, degenerates, people who cannot control themselves, let's just say. And I do invest in a small amount of crypto right now, but I do keep in mind a tiny percentage that I will use for that kind of stuff when I just can't control myself and think that things are just cool or just fun or whatever they're going to be. But we'll see if anybody has an idea about that. Savannah Mills is up on the screen right now. I think this is the second time that we're looking at this channel. Pardon me. And this creator is already well over 3,400 subscribers, which is great to see. I was just reading from their About section in the background here. Their channel's a mix of all things girly. She loves fragrance, handbags, fashion, food, and shopping. She tries to upload a couple of times a week. It looks like she's consistently doing that. And I'm just going to grab the latest video and put that into my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep or get caught up with creators. That'll give me another chance to get to know the channel a little bit better. This creator as well has got shorts on the channel that have gotten into, my dear goodness, 15,000, 27,000, another at 207,000, and one at 1 million views, which is great to see. I don't know if that's something that I might otherwise have known, but that's fantastic, my dear goodness, and likely leading to a lot of growth in the channel as well. Savannah Mills is also doing some live streams, and I haven't caught them for one of these yet, but hopefully I'll catch you soon. I've got notification bells on for every single channel, of course, and they were literally live just a few hours ago, so hopefully everybody will connect with Savannah Mills. They've been with us a couple of times now and always very active in the chat, so I'm always happy to see people engaging with the chance of true friendships flourishing, of course, from our conversations. Fire and Air, good to see you in the house. That's another creator who's been with us in the Tuber Chat family. I think she might have been Fire and Air might have been the very first channel to come into the very first Tuber Chat stream ever. And I could be mistaken. I got confused because what we did, I promised everybody when we started this 5 years ago that I would start streaming by the end of April. And I wasn't ready. So on April 30th, I did what we called a test stream, and we called it episode 0. So I can't remember whether Wanston and Leo was there first in the first episode or the one before that, or if it was Fire and Air. But that's another creator who literally has been with us from the beginning, so I mentioned that. Hopefully everybody will connect with them. Corinne Pierce is another dear friend. She's been a beloved and dedicated moderator and member from the beginning of Tuber Chat as well. Hopefully everybody will connect with her. Lily Gazoo, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And forgive me, I thought my idea would be more entertaining than it was, but that's okay. That's happened before as well. But I wanted to tell everybody that DeLorean, the company that makes that fantastic car that everybody knows and loves from the Back to the Future series of videos, that company's coming out with a new car and their own cryptocurrency as well, called DMC. And the car looks spectacular, but it's electric, so we'll have to consider that. but we'll see what that's going to be like. Looks more like a Porsche to me, but you can have a look and see. Blessed to Crochet is up on the screen right now. This is another longtime dear friend. They actually are about to expand their operation, so they already bring us a lot of spiritual inspiration here, wanting to focus the channel on connection between different people. And then obviously a lot of crochet as well. When we look at shorts on the channel, we get an idea that this creator's got a lot of fun going on a lot of the time, smiling and laughing. And some of the shorts here have gotten into 9,000 and 10,000 views, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. Now, they've got a live stream coming up tonight. They're going to drop that right after Michael's Adventures premiere. He's going to go right after Tuber Chat, or pardon me, actually, Blessed to Crochet is going to be live later tonight. Michael's Adventures is going to drop a premiere about a half an hour from now, right after Tuber Chat. He'll give us an opportunity to continue connecting, because all of our moderators do that. Together we travel. Good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And then I'm going to see if I can find their second channel. I was hoping that they put it here. I'm not sure if I'm going to find it easily, because I have it on Instagram as a message. Pardon me for 1 second while I see if I can find the handle or something where I can get this thing. Oh, they called it Blessing Through Connection. Maybe it was there in the search results. Here it is, Blessing Through Connection. So this is another channel that they've just started, working on the first 100 subscribers. This is one of the songs they've likely got here. And then they've got a couple of live streams set up. Now, I think that what their intention is to do something similar to what we're doing here, where they're going to connect creators together. And it'll be another place where you can meet more friends and family members for your channel. So I was mistaken. They do have this coming up right after Tuber Chat. So they're going to do this in a half an hour. Now, that's at the same time Michael's Adventures has got a premiere coming up. So we have a couple of different things to join and meet friends with. And then I'll be looking forward to this as well. So working on the first 100 subscribers. We know that Blessed to Crochet is a long-time dear friend now, and somebody who's here for just about every single stream. Obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And we'll likely meet more of the same when we're over there. And then Maritz's Yarn and Crafts is coming up right now.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like.
And then Embarkation Nation and Cruz Bolero both here. I know Cruz Bolero's been here for a while. Forgive me if I didn't say hello to you earlier. And then Just Jason Keto. The truth is, I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about the DeLorean. I just know that it's like iconic, right? Symbolistic of the 80s. And I'd always thought to myself, regardless of that, if I was to ever buy a car that was like an older car, because I'm really not into cars, but if I was gonna buy something that was gonna be like an outstanding thing, then a DeLorean would be the one that would be the most odd and therefore perfect car for me to buy, or the Corvette from the Grand Theft Auto series, the Vice City series. I forget what years those were, but 80s Corvette. And then what we're going to do right now is look at Maritz's Yarn and Crafts. This is a longtime friend as well, working on 1,200 subscribers. They do crochet, sewing, drawing, painting, gardening, thrifting, and some travel. They like to try new things, and they'll share that and those experiences with us when we get over there. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos. I can see I'm behind with their content lately, and you get an idea through their thumbnails, though, about a lot of the things that they've either been making or showing us. Some outdoor content there I see also, and then shorts on this channel have gotten into 900 views, 1200 views now, and it's great to see that these have expanded. I think this was their very first short, this one, the $1 deals at Dollar General. I think that was their first shorts video, but I could be mistaken. But Maritz's Yarn and Crafts is incredibly supportive, not just here in Superchat. I run into them regularly out in other channels as well. Hopefully everybody will connect, push them towards that 1,200 subscribers, and then Embarkation Nation is dropping a super chat. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment like we always do. I'll start dropping the link for Michael's Adventures premiere in about 10 minutes or so. We usually do it about 15 minutes before the end of the stream. Embarkation Nation has one of my favorite lines on a banner and on their channel. It says, "Live each day like it's Embarkation Day." We are on our way on a new adventure every single day. Oh, there you go. 78 Bandit Trans Am. So a Bandit Trans Am I wouldn't know, but Trans Ams I know well enough. Yes. And if money wasn't an issue, I window shop for all kinds of stuff that I intend on never buying. I was literally on Auto Trader today looking for a second at yachts. If you could, I was watching a video on YouTube of a $42 million yacht. Like, what are you even watching that for? But it's fun to think about, right? Fully not worth it. If you're not going to buy a yacht that's $100 million, I don't know how you spend $42 million on a yacht that barely has enough room for a family. That doesn't make sense to me. And then Butler Family Farm is going to try to take over the stream, boss. Thank you for another super chat. I really do appreciate that. And he's held that position many times before. That's likely Jerry. Jerry and Susan are always together there in Butler Family Farm. And Leonica, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I'm going to try to step on it a little bit here. Embarkation Nation is going to document their adventures as a family of 3, bringing us travel and cruising-based content. Interesting on MSC over here. And I'm going to take this latest video. They've got some members only content there as well, but I'm going to take this one and put it in my catch-up list so I can have a look at what they've got going on here. They've been on a couple of really interesting ships too. Utopia of the Seas, for instance, I know is one that's quite popular and massive, if I'm not mistaken. And then shorts on this channel have gotten into 10,000, 13,000, 15,000 views. Some of these deck parties are like out of control, right? I worked on a cruise ship for one summer. It was like a million years ago, but I was a DJ in the nightclub, so I never got to see any of the parties. I'd always be a part of the sail away party, but not a lot of the other deck parties. And some of these, though, I'm happy to see on people's channels like this because they can be really wild. It's unbelievable when you get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. And everybody's in a good mood. Everybody's on vacation, right? Then live streams on the channel as well. So hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. It's been a few months, but I see you've been bringing these occasionally again. Oh, this is really cool. Actually, I'm going to watch this. This is really, really cool. I'm going to put this specific video. This is a special one. I hope everybody will check this out for the 15 minutes, right, for a live stream replay. And I'm happy I noticed that while we're here. So I'm going to put that in my catch-up list, and then I'll have a look at that. But that's great, and I'm glad that you filmed that as well. And then Embarkation Nation have been longtime friends. We had an influx of travel and cruising channels come in a few years ago. We couldn't have any travel and cruising content for a few years there. I'm sure everybody remembers what I mean, and now there's more than what seems like ever before. And I'm grateful for a lot of that as well. The Source is coming up right now.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, "I am willing to swap playlists." Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
Yes, congratulations, Embarkation Nation. That's really cool. I'm really looking forward to seeing that because I've told Kristen Welton that, you know, like our day will likely come, and when it does, that's probably my expectation is to do that, and not the whole idea of a big wedding and things like that right now, but to get out onto a ship and literally be married right then and there and start the honeymoon right after that. But we'll see. And then the source is up on the screen right now. 2,000 subscribers, which is great to see. This creator is supporting others. Now, the source is a popular name for a channel. So in your search results, you want to get this beautiful, colorful avatar to make sure you've got the right channel. This creator is going to introduce you to a lot of friends. We mentioned them earlier when we talked about Are You Locked In? And the source for a couple of months now has been sending lots of friends over here. They're doing lots of shout outs on their channel. I'm just going to grab their latest beach updates video. I'm going to put this in my catch up list. That'll give me a chance to keep caught up with them. And then live streams on the channel as well. They have been doing a lot of shout outs for other creators and interviews where they get a chance to talk to other creators as well. So you'll likely meet lots more friends and family members when you're over there. And the source, it's no surprise you're growing quickly with all the support that you are giving to other people, and I certainly do appreciate it here. They've done a few shout outs for Superchat already. So we'll spin the wheel, we'll get another channel ready to go.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
And again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. And when we look at Just Jason Keto, we see a creator who's going to help us with healthy eating, healthy living, especially when it comes to the idea of a keto-based diet or lifestyle. Just Jason Keto is somebody, I was joking earlier, but I actually have met up with him a few times in real life. And maybe again, literally, Jason, now it's a different life for me this Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, where I'm more available on the weekends, because I haven't lived like that in a very long time. But that's when most people are coming down here. YouTube, Niagara Falls is extremely busy, but hopefully I'll come down. Just Jason Keto is working on now 5,900 subscribers. Now this creator has hooked into the algorithm at some point. Just a few months ago, he had a video take off to what I thought was, do I keep saying 23,000 views? Yeah, 24,000 views here. That's a video, not a short. And he insists that he wasn't doing anything different. I think the thumbnail just happens to it may be something that caught people's eye, but I'm unsure. The analytics tell the story more than anything else. Now, Jason is known for a lot of recipes over here, keto based more than anything else. What I like about his recipes is that they feature only a few ingredients, easy and simple to make literally. He's known for chaffle, so he's probably done 100 chaffle recipes, but he's got many other recipes as well. You see, he's doing different things here. Cauliflower and pepperoni bites. This is what I got to start getting into, is like actually making some snacks like this, so that I'm not munching away on chocolate chip cookies and everything else all day. Just Jason Keto, I'm just going to grab the latest video. Actually, I'm going to grab this one because I want to see this one now. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That's that playlist I use. He's got a lot of product reviews as well, meaning things that we find in the grocery stores or health food stores marketed to a keto-based audience. They can help us understand the ingredients. He's willing to head out hundreds of miles away to get informative content from places like Keto Palooza. Once in a while, he does come to Niagara Falls or goes visiting other places in the northern United States we've seen. I say northern, but Louisville's getting down there in Kentucky, I guess. When we look at his channel, we see product reviews for things like the Dash Minis. Those are the chaffle makers. And then he did an air fryer not too long ago, and he'll continue that kind of thing. And then Just Jason Keto has lots of guests that join him on his channel for both videos and live streams. We'll see that in a moment. He's got shorts over here. These give us a hint about healthy looking or grilling shorts, getting into 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 views and far beyond, and then 22,000 on one that I've seen. I promise you that one's entertaining and worth checking out. He's got live streams on the channel as well. And pardon me just for 1 second here.
For anybody who's brand new,
Pardon me, I'm clicking all the wrong stuff here. I didn't mean to do that. I just wanted to sneeze for a second. Pardon me. Yeah, pardon me for that. Just Jason Keto also is going to do a lot of live streaming. He's usually live every Thursday at 7:30 Eastern. And it could be Jason himself. It could be with a guest. And they will share their life experiences, their tips, and their tricks when it comes to a keto-based diet or lifestyle. And he's always got a vibrant audience in the chat willing to help with questions and comments when we're in there as well. And then hopefully everybody will connect with Just Jason Keto. Like I said, he is a beloved and dedicated moderator and member here. And then Silver Assassin Metal Detecting is also in the house. I caught them for a premiere earlier. I'm going to put them on the wheel. They happen to be a member. And then New Horizons Above and Beyond, I believe, is coming up right now. Did I get that right? Yes. New Horizons Above and Beyond. We'll have a look and see what they've got going on their channel for today.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like.
Yes, pardon me. Yeah, Silver Assassin Metal Detecting found a few interesting things today, including a coin. Did you say that was from 1934 or 1935? If I heard that right. And metal detecting, I joke with these guys all the time. It's not really a joke. It's just I always thought that I might do that. I thought it'd be the most fun thing to have a metal detector and go up and down the beach that I used to frequent when I was a very young lad and see what kind of change I could find that would have fallen out of everybody's pockets and everything else. But never did end up doing that. But I'm fascinated by some of our friends who are doing metal detecting. There you go, 1935 they caught a few different things. They caught something that looked like, I think they said it was a button from a shirt or something like that. And I didn't catch what was before that. Thank you, Savannah Mills. And then when we look at New Horizons Above and Beyond, we see a lot of outdoor content from this creator, and you get that idea when we start going through the thumbnails here. They've actually changed up their channel several times, including the name, but they are a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter and have been for a long time. They're here for almost every single stream. Now, I know not everybody can be. I certainly don't expect anybody to be, but I do appreciate it. I'm just pinning the link we've got here for the raid we're going to do next. And then Broke But Bountifully Blessed Carol, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. Michael's Adventures has a premiere coming up, and he'll allow us to continue connecting the same way we are here. So we'll get an extra half hour of time today. Living Free in Hawaii, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. When we look at New Horizons Above and Beyond, they've got information on their About section we can read about what to expect from the channel, the changes that they're making, and then they've gotten into shorts at 1,700, 2,200 views and beyond, and then one live stream as an experiment. We'll see if they're going to continue those, and they've got a second channel here, and this is Fuzzy Adventures and More. And I'm going to put that up on the screen right now, and hopefully everybody will connect with them here. This channel's working on its first couple hundred subscribers. I'm just going to grab the latest video that they've got. I'll put that in my catch-up list, and then they've got a couple of shorts over here as well. And hopefully everybody will connect with them, get some of their support coming back to you also. Let's spin the wheel, and we'll see who's coming up next. Looks like it's going to be Hadgeways.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
And then Hadgeways is up on the screen right now, bringing us more travel. This creator actually takes us to a lot of different worldly places. You get the idea when you dig over their thumbnails. They let us know a lot of the different places that they're visiting, and they do a good job both with videos and live streams. I've caught them for both. I'm just going to grab your latest Manchester Cathedral tour. I'll put that into my catch-up list, and that will give me a chance to get caught up with the channel a little bit. It's been a month already. This is why I keep saying, yeah, I've been catching a lot less than I thought I was. For some creators, it seems I catch more, but that's the YouTube algorithm. And I've noticed what looked like more changes this week with different channels. You know what I saw yesterday and the day before more than anything else is really driving me bananas was trailers for movies. I can't even tell you the last time I've been to a theater. And we've been using Android boxes in our place for a couple of years now. I got a guy that does it, right? So I started trying those. And I can't remember the last time we sat. Kristen might watch movies, but I don't think so. And a lot of TV. And we watched some older shows together from like years ago and this and that. But I can't remember the last time I saw a movie. I don't know why YouTube is pushing that. Unless the movie companies are just promoting them like crazy. But why is there always one of those on my front page when I've got so many channels to follow? It's really upsetting. As you can see, shorts on this channel, Hadgeways featuring travel, have gotten into 1,300, 1,400, 1,700 views. That was a mini rant for you. He's got a premiere coming up as well tomorrow, 12 o'clock UK time. It's going to be a little bit early for us. I think that rolls in at 7 a.m. In the Eastern time zone. And then Hadgeways as well has got live streams. Now, I've caught them for a couple of these. Are these actually 12-hour live streams? Did you do 10-hour and 11-hour live streams? My dear goodness, I caught one of these the other day, and I'm pretty sure that was actually live. It's one thing if somebody's making videos and then looping them and making a stream, so I understand that too, but I feel like this creator was actually live when I was there. You'll have to let me know. And yeah, click not interested. I'm going to have to do that as well. And then let's spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. Let's take one more break here. And what we'll do is we will play one more clip, the last one from today, from our interview series. Our dear friends, Two Pineapples. And they've got a lot of interesting things going on their channel. We'll come back with Silver Assassin metal detecting.
One of the things that comes along with monetization on YouTube that used to require 30,000 subscribers is memberships, and that's open to everybody that gets monetized after 500 subscribers now, or just about everybody. So one of the things that creators will ask is how can they increase the number of memberships over time on their channel? What advice would you give to somebody to increase the number of members and watch that grow if that's something that's on their mind?
Yo, you better get your pencil out for this one. I take this part very seriously in my membership. Our membership is $1.99. It's low. Okay. And I did that intentionally. I don't have any other tiers. I have one tier. It's $1.99. It's the fun zone, basically. We have, I don't know, 24 emojis available, and everybody gets a new banner or a new badge. And it's creative and it's evolving all the time. I change those out consistently. Sometimes during the holidays is a good example. I changed out almost every single one of those emojis for members. I must have picked up, and I think we're right around 600 members. I think we probably picked up an extra 100 because once Halloween came, everything changed throughout the entire holiday season. We're about to hit Easter, and I'm doing it again. So showing your members that you're changing, people love new things. They love it when it's new. And that's a simple thing that you can do. It's all free, whether you use Pexels, or you use an AI generator, Mid-Journey, you can create all that so fast and so easy. It probably takes me to do, I see 24 up there, so I think it takes me maybe 2 hours to do every single one of those.
Right. Yeah.
And now you have a fresh palette all the way around.
That's a wonderful idea, so much so I'm holding myself back from laughing because I expect to take a page out of your book and probably do that on at least the Superchat channel. So thank you for that.
In encouraging everybody to join your membership program, or not so much encouraging, reminding them that you have a membership program. And as soon as you do that, everybody in your channel that's a member will start dropping those special emojis. Now, I tweak it a little bit too because I have the floating emotes. When we are in a non-emergency or eruptive time where we can take a breath and it's a little bit more relaxed, I have some pages, my live streams. When you do the emojis, they float all over the screen for fun. And then you see a large customized emoji that you can only get by being a member. $1.99 is not too far off. People love it.
Wow, that's gold. Thank you for this.
All right, we're just about back. I mentioned the idea that this morning I was lucky enough to catch Silver Assassin metal detecting for a premiere, where they found a couple of different things, including what I think is the coin right there in the thumbnail that they've got. Yeah, it is. And then this creator is going to do a lot of metal detecting. It's been a while since I caught you, so I'm glad I caught that video. Silver Assassin Metal Detecting has been a longtime friend here, obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And they're working on 1,100 subscribers now. They've got some shorts on their channel featuring more of the things that they've found. There's lots of interesting things. It's always not just... it's not always just coins that we're thinking about. There's other very valuable things they can find. All of our metal detecting friends, 1,500, 1,600, 3,700 views on some of these, and then live streams as well. They've done a couple of these, so hopefully I'll catch you if you're going to do another one of these in the future. We got notification bells on for every single channel. Kathy, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I know Rock Chick Beauty's here as well. We'll spin the wheel. We got another channel ready to go.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
Corinne Pierce used to be known as Corinne's Life. This is another longtime dear friend who is here as a beloved and dedicated moderator and member. She's from Nova Scotia, and this fellow Canadian has now passed 4,000 subscribers. So she is going to bring us all aspects of what would be Corinne's life. And that includes vlogging, it includes cooking, it includes haul videos, product reviews. She could be cleaning, she could be vacationing, she could be taking us on a trip. And this creator, I'm just going to grab her latest food haul video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. And that's that playlist I use to keep or get caught up with creators. Corinne is the one that produces a lot of the merchandise that we've seen around here, including t-shirts, hats, mugs, like this one that I hold in my hand every day, and just about anything that can be printed. Lighthouse and Anchor Designs is her company. Lots of people recognize that name now, at least here in the Tuber Chat streams. And this creator will give us a behind-the-scenes look at how she produces a lot of that merchandise in shorts as well as live streams. She's gotten into 18,000, 63,000, 77,000 on a few of these shorts videos, and then live streams on the channel. She's usually working on things while she's talking to us, whether it's graphic design or making the merchandise, including the t-shirt press. She's got Cricut machines, mug press, and I don't know what else over there. And Corinne Pierce is somebody who I've joined many times, both on her channel and many others, with people like Rock Chick Beauty, Makeup Mom and Son, Hilda DC, Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More, and a few others like Mod 6510 Models and things like that. So hopefully everybody will connect with Corinne Pierce. And like I said, she's a beloved and dedicated moderator and member here. And then... did she call her channel Maritime Dashcam? Yeah, she's got another one here called Maritime Dashcam. So she posts here occasionally, but obviously dashcam footage is something that's also a big category on YouTube. She's working on her first 100 subscribers here, but we'd love to push her a little bit farther towards that milestone. She's got some shorts over here as well, and then she's got live streams for us to join as well. Hopefully everybody will connect with Corinne Pierce, and then we're going to look at LGGG Love.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
And then thank you, Scratch and PP. Magic of Healing Jimena asked about the idea of swapping playlists and exactly what that means. So it's a simple arrangement that you can do with another creator running a playlist of their videos. They'll do the same for you. You can imagine that by getting dozens of other creators potentially to run an entire playlist of your videos, your watch hours are going to grow. But there's a couple of extra benefits that we talk about, and the reason why I push it so much is because of the friendships that can be made when you're trading favors for other creators. You're going to find that you're favoring the people who have done favors for you. Therefore, they're going to be around for all of the things you're going to come out with in the future, or most of it. Your watch hours are going to start to grow exponentially as well. When somebody's running an entire playlist of videos, they're running every video from beginning to end, and that can help with your retention. So it's a benefit for monetized channels as well. And there's more aspects to it, but it really is that simple. You can do it when you work, when you sleep, when you eat, when you go out, in another window, on a computer, on another device. This is what we all do as well, and all of our moderators, I think, still do a lot of this with other creators, including myself. So if anybody needs me to elaborate, just quickly mention something now, or we'll cover it in the next stream. LGGG Love is another fairly new channel in the Tuber Chat family. I've just grabbed their latest video to put in my catch-up list, and they've got some information on their About section about the different things they're going to bring on the channel. We get an idea through their thumbnails, a lot of the outdoor content they're going to bring to us, and then shorts over here as well have gotten into 1,800, 2,400, 2,500 views, and then live streams on the channel as well up to a couple months ago. So we'll see if they're going to continue those. We got notification bells on for every single channel. That gives us the best chance of catching each other. And thank you everybody for the time that you spent today. I really do appreciate every moment that everybody can be here. I know not everybody can be here 3 times a week and for hours at a time. I hope everybody will connect with our moderators. I'm sure it's easy to see that these streams wouldn't be what they are. This channel wouldn't be what it is if it wasn't for their help. And they all allow everybody to continue meeting friends the same way we do right now. Michael's Adventures is dropping a premiere that's actually running right this second, so we're going to go over there, and hopefully everybody will join us. I've dropped the link, I've pinned it, I'll drop it one more time. You can see there's a few people in there already, and I'll see you over there. Thanks everyone, bye-bye.
Are you out there grinding day by day, creating your content, trying to find your way? You're dreaming big, but it's hard to stand. You need a crew who understands the plan. From your first of thousands up for the watch time grind, there's a place where creators come to shine. Join the wave, the movement, the vibe. With Tuber Chat, it's your time to thrive. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong. The first 4,000 hours to the rising stars. Tuber Chat takes you far beyond the bars. No more struggling on your own. With the fam around, you're never alone. Exclusive perks for those who believe in the power of connection and what you can achieve. Your channel's your vision, we're here to help it grow. Join Tuber Chat, get in the flow. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong. You've got the passion, you've got the drive. With Tuber Chat, your channel will thrive. So hit subscribe, join the team. Let's build each other up, live the dream. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Chat is where you belong. Together we rise. Together we're strong. So join the ride. It's time to shine. With Superchat, success you'll find. Let's grow together. It's what we do. The future's bright when we rise with you.